Chapter 26 Day 18 Day 18 I am over midway through the first month in this world, and it could be said that it hasn't been a nice visit here. Isekai is not easy at all, and it wasn't the conventional one. I had to die and reincarnate somewhere else randomly as this dragon filled with nice cheats that need a lot of practice and requirements to actually be useful. Damn, must be nice to be reborn as a rich kid with powerful cheats, without actual requirements to use like all those stories I have read. But I guess I got the short end of the stick, or maybe not. Well, perhaps I am just complaining too much because I still miss my bed. Anyways, I have not even slept, nor do I think I need to sleep. I am not a human anymore, you know. I know about animals on Earth that can stay awake for a lot of time, like they can sleep for 2 hours a day or even just 10 a week and be completely fine. I guess an ice dragon is like that too. Although I have seen that dragons always sleep, I guess I am not like those lazy guys. I spent the entire day and night training my body, magic and more. Now I have grasped the way of the blade. Or well, not so much, but yeah, you get me. Ice knives no more. I can now summon a true blade of ice as hard as iron, or maybe more. I don't know how hard is iron. The way to figure out magic is simple after I trained diligently. In simple terms, magic is imagination. You have the power to turn your imagination into reality through these elements, your affinities, and mana. The more I train my mind to think faster through the high-speed thought processing alongside my ability to control mana through mana control, the better I become at materializing what I am, imagining through the elements I can use. Yeah, no, I can't get anything I want. Magic has a lot of rules. I can't make a sausage out of ice magic. Wait, I don't think you can come to a sausage out of any magic element. Anyways, I meant by shapes, forms, and that sort of stuff. By using imagination, I can shape ice into an ice knife. It took me days, but I had done it. The next course of action is to obviously make ice blades. I did them before, but I practiced until I was able to finally do them with a small thought in my mind. Each blade, however, costs around 10 mana, double that of an ice knife. So I might still use knives until the enemy is too tough for that. But ice knives seem to be fine against ice wolves. Don't get me wrong, I have tried doing other shapes, but the most effective thing that I have come out with is projectiles. I could generate ice out of my feet and move it forward, but that would waste tremendous amounts of mana, like the Boku no Hero Academia kid with the ice and fire powers, when he generates that amount of ice. Yeah, that's not realistic at all. You would literally have a headache after using so much mana in here. I don't know what even fuels the powers in that world, but the way they can use them so freely was always something that bothered me. I mean, yeah, they have calories, I guess, but if you generate that amount of ice, you would probably spend all of your energy and fall unconscious after a while. This guy could do it almost indefinitely. Couldn't he simply cover the entire world with ice or something? Seriously, doing that with magic would cost me hundreds. All of my magic fuel would be gone in an instant for an attack that I cannot even control well. I can generate things as ice walls, but those also cost a bunch. When I covered my cave with the ice wall, I wasted like 80 mana. Yeah, that's a way of making compact ice projectiles that I can launch into the air, is the most effective way of fighting with ice magic for now. Maybe when I become of higher ranks I can do this freely. But now, it's a total waste of mana. For now, projectiles are the way. And now, let's talk about wind magic. Wind magic is freer than ice magic, as it is non-corporeal. Wind doesn't seem to have a complete physical form of sorts, so you spend mana only for the wind to move around. Well, you also spend it to generate a gust of wind. But now, through using that same concept, I can generate more than a gust of wind. By generating the gust of wind, and then shaping it and moving it according to my will and imagination, I can keep the wind going around endless as long as I supply mana. If I keep this wind small and compact, it won't drain as much mana, but the drain of mana is still constant, and unlike just conjuring a gust of wind to go to a certain direction, it won't cost a single amount of mana and that's it. This is the telekinesis-like spell I made using wind attribute. By manipulating the formless and transparent flows of wind, I can more or less manipulate an object and make it float however I want, but my range is limited to my own mana capacity, and the more projectiles I load, the more mana I need to use. For now it is not as much, but whenever I can mass a good quantity of mana, I could push an enemy away. And when I become even stronger and soar through the ranks, I could even push mountains away with the wind. The wind is a powerful attribute, and it is everywhere. I am more of a wind dragon now, Well, now I still main ice attribute. Without it, my wind wouldn't be able to do anything. Both attributes complement each other wonderfully. Without the other, I wouldn't be able to use magic as efficiently. I guess this might be how others use magic in this world, by using different attributes and complementing each other. Or maybe I am special, and people can only use one attribute. I keep training my mind and body as the day goes by. Chapter 27, Day 19 is here, and now I have grown immensely strong. Nothing shall stand on the path of my ice. I will paint the snow with the crimson blood of my enemies. My path shall be filled with bloodshed, and the cries of agony of my enemies. Nothing shall stand on my path for immortality. Joking. Who do you think I am? Some cultivation novel protagonist or something? Not really, but well, I kind of think a bit like that, but not as much. I mean, I am not an edge lord. Though, to tell you the truth, I really want to paint the snow with some blood, because I am fucking hungry. I have been cultivating and training these last 2 days as promised, and now I should be pretty strong. Well, not really, but I have become a tiny bit stronger at the very least. Not many skills leveled up or something, but my stats increased a bit. And the most important stat, mana, increased a tiny bit too. Anyways, here's my status. Name, race, young ice dragon. Titles, merciless. Mana core cultivation, rank 1. Middle stage, status, hungry. Vitality, 262 out of 262. Mana, 232 out of 232. Strength, 78 dexterity, 49 magic, 70 abilities. Unknown unique skill, Immortal Body unique skill, Winter Magic unique skill, System unique skill, Ice Absorption unique skill, God Camouflage, Level 2. High Speed Thought Processing, Level 3. Wind Magic, Level 2. Mana Control, Level 3. Ice Dragon Natural Skills, Unknown Ice Dragon Bloodline, Ice Dragon Breath, Level 2. Ice Dragon Scales, Level 2. Lesser Self-Regeneration, Level 3. Freezing Slash, Level 2. Freezing Bite, Level 2. Ore Body, Level 2. Resistance, Unknown Cold Immunity. Ice Dragon Natural Resistances, Unknown. Physical Attack Damage Resistance, Level 3. Fire Resistance, Level 1. Wind Resistance, Level 2. Thunder Resistance, Level 1. Pretty nice boost. I got my magic stat to 70 at last, and my dexterity is about to reach 50. Also, I got over 30 mana points extra, which means more magic I can use. Based on how much my mana and magic stat increase, it seems that my mana regeneration speed increases. Before it was 10 mana per minute. Now it is 15 mana per minute. Not bad at all. Now I am craving food. I guess I can't really keep being here anymore. My body is way bigger than before, meaning that I get hungrier faster, and I need way more money to maintain this big body of me. I will also keep advancing through the forest as stealthily as I can, and building up caves and little things as I go. I need to secure at least a sizable meal. Well, I will eat whatever I catch first, and then I will keep looking for something more. The ideal would be to find a big pack of wolves though. Alright, time to get going. No need to waste time thinking about depressive stuff, because in fact, through these 2 days, I feel more and more lonely. I am going insane, haha. I wish I could get a companion or something. I feel like an autistic person all by myself. A loner's life is way too sad. This is not realistic in real life. Clash. I use my claws to destroy the door made of ice I made. As I say my farewells to this little cave I made, I glance at it for the last time as I continue my journey through the snowstorm. The winds are pretty strong today. The beautiful pine tree forest greets my sight. The sky is completely covered with cloud that are constantly releasing specks of ice. I can't help but admire the natural beauty of such weather. I thought I would have some kind of PTSD with snow after being buried by snow, but I can't help but find it beautiful and comfortable. It soothes my heart, even in this place filled with dangers. I guess I am really an ice dragon. I just feel at home in the ice, in the snowstorms, bathed by ice. It feels like my element, you know. I haven't even explored that much, but this world is really beautiful. I walk around the pine tree forest, activating camouflage to camouflage myself. As I hide beneath the trees and advance with caution. Use my great senses as a dragon to sniff things. I find some strange herbs on the way, which are different from the ice grass commonly found here. The herbs look like blue-colored grass and have tiny azure-colored flowers. They're rather beautiful. Snow heart herb, an ice attribute herb often eaten by ice attribute monsters to remove pain, also has a good effect on the digestive system, helping those that have a hard time doing the deed. It can also be used as a cultivation material for ice path. Oh, it is like a medicinal herb, I guess. Although it doesn't help to heal, it alleviates pain. Now I wish I could have some kind of inventory function. I keep browsing through this large patch of plants as I find another herb similar to it, but this one has flowers with only 3 petals. Snow clover flower, an ice attribute flower, is often eaten by ice attribute monsters to increase their wounds. Regeneration speed. It also tastes good and has a nice aroma, often drink as tea. It can also be used as a cultivation material for ice path. Interesting. Wait, a flower, and this one really does increase regeneration speed. Should I pick some? But where can I even save them? Well, I will try to memorize this place. Let's leave a mark on the tree with my claws. I quickly make a large X-shaped mark on the pine tree right in front of these plants, and on its back too. And then I keep walking through the snow, wondering if I ever will need this. Perhaps I will just go out of the forest anyway, and it might be too much of a pain to get it. I keep walking through the snow stealthily. As I find a bit more patches of these plants, I leave marks on them as well, and I keep going. But a sudden presence makes me go still. I quickly hide beneath a tree as I see a large figure camouflaging within the ice. I almost didn't see it because I thought it was a pile of snow, but when I noticed that it was roaring while eating something crunchy, it is a bear, and it's eating a whole-ass ice gator. Chapter 28, an enormous bear. It was about 5 meters tall. It was so big and white, I thought it was just a pile of snow. But why would there be a pile of ice in the middle of nowhere? No, this thing was one of the other monsters that tormented me every night back then. Its roars were utterly terrifying, and each time it roared, I heard the cries of agony of the ice wolves. But this thing is eating what seems to be an ice gator, a middle-stage monster, as if it were a mere snack. What is the strength of this thing? I quickly analyze it while I have the time, but I should start running away right after. Name, nameless. Race, giant ice bear, male. Monocore cultivation, rank 1. Upper stage, status, eating. Average estimated vitality, 491 out of 523. Average estimated mana, 76 out of 120. Average estimated strength, 342. Average estimated dexterity, 85. Average estimated magic, 51 abilities. Unknown pounce, claw, slash, bone-breaking, bite, ice, wind, icicle, spear, berserk mode, fear-inducing, roar, oof. 500 plus HP. The average strength of 300 plus. Who is this? The final boss of this whole forest or something? I am not fighting this. Nope, 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 bye. I quickly move away as I begin to run for my life, while using the opportunity of the bear eating. I keep running and running in the opposite direction. I will just go around him or something. Also, I am hungry. I have to find something to eat. I glance at my back. A large mass of white fur is looking at me. Its jaws are coated on crimson-red blood. They just finished his meal and came right after me. He's fast fuck. I keep running away and the fucker finally roars. Gruel. The bear wipes its giant claws and slashes an entire tree in half. The tree suddenly begins to fall and falls right in front of my path. What? He's smart. Flash. Suddenly, the light is blocked by an enormous figure appearing right above me. He jumped. I infuse my manipulate the winds around me and throw myself into the opposite direction with them. Boom. The entire bear's weight falls over the snow as the ground shakes slightly. This bastard tried to squash me to death. He's using the pounce technique. He knows to jump incredibly high and then fall over his prey. What kind of underhanded tactic is that? You're a bear. Why are you just crushing your prey with your weight? Are you openly admitting that you are so fat you can kill someone if you fall over them? Gruor. The bear quickly jumps towards me. He's way faster than his size implies. I guess that's why he has so much dexterity. Boom. He falls again just in the place where I used to be. I managed to preemptively evade it due to the strong bloodthirst I felt. It made me instinctively jump away. I begin to think that I can't run away from it. It just ate, so it's filled with energy, and it wants me as the dessert. Graer. It suddenly roars as he throws 5 icicle spears at me. What? He's making them so easily. That's cheating. It took me ages to make a soul ice knife. Clash. Clash, clash. I pretend to evade the attacks. Although one of them hits me, it explodes when it touches me and just becomes a part of my energy, as I have ice absorption. But I don't want him to know that. Why? So I can tire out his mana. Let him try to kill me at long range, so he empties his mana. I pretend to feel pain as I groan weakly. I glance at the bear, who seems to even smile a bit. Is he a sick bastard or something? He quickly jumps towards me again. Fuck, boom. I quickly evade in time, but he roars right back at me and jumps just as quickly as he fell over the ground. Wait, I can't evade this on time. His claws are about to reach me, so I do the most obvious thing I can. I conjure my magic. Suddenly, 5 blades made of ice emerge in front of me, as I send them flying to the bear's paws. With powerful gusts of wind, slash, slash, slash. Some of them manage to reach his body and pierce deeply into his flesh, and 3 of them reach his paw as the beast groan in pain. That was close. The bear loses his balance as he falls to the ground. I manage to use winds to throw me in the opposite direction. I am safe. I check my mana. I have spent 120 already by simply using winds to help me evade and the 5 ice blades. This is bad, really bad. However, my mana quickly begins to refill itself. After all, I can regenerate 15 per minute. I need to stall for time. I have to stall for time, gain mana, and make him lose mana. The bear groans in anger as I glance at his mana. He only has 40 left. Also, his HP was decreased by 30. Whoa, my blades are pretty strong. What the heck? We can do this. Yes, I can see a path to victory. I brace myself while swallowing saliva. All right then, bastard, come at me. Gruor. Suddenly, the bear does what I was expecting him to do. He's intelligent and seems to have recognized me as a threat when I damaged him. Now, he's using it. Berserk mode. His entire body begins to be shrouded in the red aura, as he spends almost all of his mana into this. His strength stat grows explosively. But do you think I am going to let you power up in front of me? I quickly conjure 3 ice blades and throw them at him. Slash, slash, slash. Graziegger. The bear roars as it was preparing to pounce at me, when 3 strong ice blades pierce his back, his left front leg and the side of his neck. There you go. I see as his HP decreases by a whopping 50. But he has a crap ton of HP, so he still is over 300. Gruel. He roars monstrously, jumping towards me while covering himself on icy winds. Chapter 29. I managed to damage the ice bear a good amount, however. His HP is still above 300. Like this, it will take a while to kill him, but I have no choice. I have to survive somehow. This guy is fast enough to chase after me by just running. I can't run from him due to his immense size as well. He literally breaks apart the trees he walks nearby with his sheer strength. He entrapped me by throwing a whole ass tree in front of my path. Do you think I can actually escape from this guy? I have to kill him. There's no other option. No, I actually can escape now. The chances have increased now that he had grown weaker, and his mana is about to completely deplete. However, deep inside of me, there's this feeling of exhilaration and excitement about this whole thing. I really want to win. I want to achieve victory. I am disregarding my own survivability for my own selfish desires. I want to win, and like the imbecile I am, I will grasp this opportunity and try to kill him with everything I have. Anything goes, you fat ass. Gruel. As if answering my words, the bear roars monstrously, jumping towards me while covering himself on icy winds. The icy winds begin to flow around him, as I see that his mana had finally reached 0. But the ice winds are still there, boosting his speed even more. And then his mana slowly begins to recover like mine does. Although way slower, he seems to be able to maintain these winds despite that. And the berserk mode seems to last a set amount of time, instead of constantly draining his mana. So he's still boosted with that. Boom. In a second after using the winds, I see his gigantic claws reach my side as I manipulate the wind around me and throw myself to the sides, barely evading him. Boom. However, the second afterward, the bastard manages to catch me and slashes my back with his gigantic claws. Pain rushes into my body as I see a large chunk of my flesh with scales and everything flying into the air. Og. However, instead of attacking me afterward, the bear rushes towards my piece of flesh and catches it with his giant jaws, eating it. I hear the crunching sounds of my scales and the crystals stuck to the piece of bloody flesh, as I see my wound cover my entire body with crimson-red blood. I feel lethargic and tired, but I cannot falter a single second. He seems tired too, and decided to immediately eat the piece of flesh he slashed off my body. This is my opportunity. I quickly conjure 5 more ice blades alongside some gust, and all 5 of them reach the guy's back and get stuck over his thick-muscled neck. Slash, slash, slash. The blades pierce his hard skin and muscles, and make the bear roar in agony as he is shrouded in blood. Bad choice to eat my own flesh in front of me. You gluttonous bastard. Did you expect me to sit and watch in complete horror as you ate me alive? Nope. I glance at his HP as I jump away from his mad charge. He had already reached around 180 HP. Those attacks managed to harm some critical areas of his body, and dealt way more damage than I thought. But the trick is to aim at his damn head. However, he always keeps it hidden beneath the mass of muscles of a body he has, which resemble a small snow-covered hill. Around 4 minutes had gone by since the fight started, which means that I had recovered mana as I used it, and now I had around 80 mana left, way more than this mana-less bastard. However, I don't know if I can manage with this. Each blade costs 10 mana, and the push of winds is an additional 5 mana, meaning that each attack costs 15 mana. I can only do it 5 times, only 5 shots. Gruel. The bear roars furiously as he tries to catch me with his giant claws. I am incredibly tired already, and the blood keeps flowing out of my wound. My regeneration is shit without calories. My vitality is slowly fading away. In 2 minutes, I am dead. I have to kill him now. The beast seems exhausted as well. All the ice blades stuck into his body fills him with pain, and he's losing even more blood than me. But because his boy is way too big, he's able to endure it. Nonetheless, his vitality is also decreasing at every passing moment. Who will die first? I have to attack him and finish him off. I evade as much as I can, but the bastard is insanely crazed and manages to reach me once more. Without waiting to waste mana into the wind, I try to dodge normally, but he catches my tail and slashes it off with utmost ease. Slash ag. It fucking hurts. You fat ass bastard motherfucker, damn fucking ugly retard imbecile. I am mad as fuck. It hurts like fucking hell. Og. I roar monstrously as I jump towards the bastard head on. He gets startled over my crazed fury and tries to attack me with his claws, but he's weakened and fucked up already. I quickly conjure the 5 blades. I am going all out. I aim at his head. Flash, 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 flash. Like ice rockets, the ice blades fly towards the beast's head, but because my aim sucks, 2 of them end up hitting his chest and front paws. However, the other 3 reach his neck, and then one hits right over his head. Ooh. The beast roars in agonizing pain as he resists the wound inside his brain. Seriously, shouldn't you be instantly killed with a wound directly into your brain? For fuck's sake. The beast glares at me with his bloodshot eyes, crying blood as he roars monstrously. I can clearly see in his eyes that he has gone completely mad, and jumps over me with the last bit of energy he could muster. I try to evade, but I am way too weakened. Og. Boom. Chapter 30. I am so weak, my body hurts. All of it. I keep moving my jaws trying to do something. There is something tremendously heavy crushing me from above. Ugh. I keep biting it, taking away pieces of it, munching it and swallowing it. I keep eating and eating. I am on the verge of passing out. I have been on the verge of passing out many times already. In between strange hallucinations, I keep eating. I heard weird sounds, strange voices, the voice of my sister, my father, my brother, my mother, the neighbor, the meowing of my cat. My mind feels dizzy. Many things are happening around me. I think I had some kind of contusion or something. I brace myself as I keep hearing these weird voices, the sounds of a car rushing around, of beasts groaning at my ears as they savor my flesh and drink my blood. I sense the cold take away my entire being as I am frozen alive, only for a warmth to begin to surge within my nether regions, reaching all up to my head, and then the cold comes back simultaneously after. I keep struggling. I keep munching, biting, tearing apart and swallowing. I hear the voices of beings that can see me, of entities that glare at me. Who are they? I begin to hear strange shadows telling me things I don't understand. I start to hear the voices of those I love screaming my name. A second after, I hear the cracking laughter of something sinister, of something monstrously malicious. The roars of countless wolves resonated within my mind, and then their howls. I sense as if countless spikes pierce my flesh, and the ice-horned rabbits feast on my internal organs. I hear the words of the spirits telling me to keep going. What is this? Where am I? What am I doing? What is happening now? I feel like the world around me warps and twists with every question. I can only see darkness, yet it feels as if I am seeing all colors. The piercing jaws of the bear crushing into my entire body and tearing me apart. The swallowing sounds of my throat as my jaws eat and eat without stopping. I slash with my claws and keep eating without stopping. Everything is dizzy, everything is cloudy. What am I doing? The only thing I have now is the instinct to eat, to keep eating and eating. I keep eating once more, swallowing and filling my stomach, only to eat even with it being filled. The warmth encompasses my body, and then cold takes hold once more. What is this sensation? My memories rush in and out of my mind. I don't even know who I am anymore. What am I doing other than eating and eating? I eat and keep eating and eat and eat and eat and eat. I hear the voice of my sister as I recall something within my memories. Come on, why don't we go have some fun? It is my birthday after all. Well, I don't think I can get out yet, and I don't really like snow. Why don't you come out with us? You're always closed in the room. I feel like you don't love us anymore. Mom and Dad are always worried about what's in your mind yet. You never say anything. Sorry, I didn't want to make you worry. Are you really okay? I am really. Yes, I am okay. Sigh, all right. Let's go. But don't tell me to go skiing or something, okay? Yay, okay then, go take a bath and pack things up. Ugh, all right then. Sister, I miss you. Day 20 I am alive. Even though I clearly heard how all my bones were crushed. Even though I clearly felt how my entire being was flattened like a bloody pancake. Somehow my head only received a small crack into the skull, and by some inner instinct as a dragon I began to devour the ice bear. Oh yeah, he died. He died after crushing me. He wanted to take me with him. What a fight. I really did almost died there. I should be dead by now. Yet I woke up inside of his corpse, covered in blood, flesh, and his inner organs. I have been eating him up from the inside out, and using his body as shelter as well. By eating his flesh, I gained a lot of calories over time, and managed to regenerate through my immortal body. I am as good as new. In fact, I even evolved through all of this. I probably ate his mana core while I was hallucinating. That was way too close. If it wasn't because of Immortal Body, this cheat is really good, although it needs a lot of energy to kick in. As long as I can eat something, I can regenerate any wounds and even grow cut-off limbs. My tail is already back. In fact, I am also quite big now. I woke up while being surrounded by the bones and fur of the beast. Most of his flesh was gone. His head too. I wasn't the only one that ate him. I heard many beasts coming here to take a piece of flesh as well. I heard their roars, which gave me horrible nightmares. Luckily, they didn't eat me and just ate away the giant carcass left. I feel like I was born anew once more. What a strange feeling. I glance at my surroundings as I see that things are normal and tranquil. In fact, I thought some wolves would try to attack me, but nothing. I guess it might be because I have grown quite strong now. I exude the power of an upper stage rank 1 mana core. I guess eating the mana core of an upper stage makes you an upper stage. Or maybe not. I don't know, but I have clearly evolved. Day 20, and I am still kicking. Yeah, I don't know why, but all this energy is just not here anymore. My mind feels cold. Ugh. I decide to eat the bones and fur as I glance at my status. Chapter 31. I feel quite strange. Where's my personality? Ugh, I wish I could take a warm bath. Wait, I am immune to cold. Why would I even need that? Am I a retard? Oh, it's back. I guess when I evolved I felt too dizzy. But now, my energy is coming back to my head, foo-foo. I am back to how I have always been. And indeed, just as I said to myself a few milliseconds ago, I have evolved. My size is now around 2 meters and 50 centimeters. Way bigger than before, but not as big as the damn bear. My scales got thicker. Now I look like I am wearing armor. My ice crystal spikes are looking pretty sharp as well, and I am overall quite heavier than before. My neck is as long as before, maybe a bit longer, and I can see from above quite sharply with my amazing eyesight. I can even mentally scan anything around a few meters from my position. Through this amazing perception, I acquired through the evolution of my senses. I can also sense that my mana core got pretty thick and big, probably having the size of watermelon now. Damn, that's huge. Will it keep getting huge as I evolve? I wonder if I can get a human form like all those cliché novels I always read. Wouldn't that be too terrible though? People like the monster part. But if I plan to deal with people, that might be smaller. Maybe getting a humanoid form to speak with them would be good. I don't want to intimidate them with my monstrous size. Maybe if there are giants, they wouldn't be intimidated. But I doubt there is anyone bigger than me that is not a monster at this point. Intelligent races often never reach above 2 meters in most fantasy stories. Well, I can't help but like the idea of looking at burly guys from above and tell them, "Oi, move, aside shrimp," that would be cool. No, no, no. I can't be so unpolite. I don't want to bring trouble to my doors. I want a quiet life of adventure. So no thanks. I won't be provoking people left and right for no apparent reason other than being an asshole. That's not how I am at all. But if they mess with me, well, they might become frozen statues, ha ha ha. Maybe this power is getting into my head. I think I got a few new skills, but I should just check my status to see everything new. Name, race, adolescent ice dragon. Titles, merciless. Mana core cultivation, rank 1. Peak stage, status, hungry. Vitality, 542 out of 542. Mana, 614 out of 614. Strength, 193 dexterity. 96 magic, 320 abilities. Unknown unique skill, Immortal Body unique skill, Winter magic unique skill, System unique skill, Ice absorption unique skill, God camouflage. Camouflage. Level 3. High-speed thought processing. High-speed thought processing. Level 4. Parallel thought processing. Parallel thought processing. Level 1. Wind magic. Wind magic. Level 3. Mana control. Mana control. Level 4. Telepathy. Telepathy. Level 1. Berserk Mode, Level 1. Ice Dragon Natural Skills. Unknown Ice Dragon Bloodline. Ice Dragon Breath, Level 3. Ice Dragon Scales, Level 3. Lesser Self-Regeneration, Level 4. Freezing Slash, Level 3. Freezing Bite, Level 3. Ore Body, Level 3 Resistance, Unknown Cold Immunity. Hunger Resistance, Level 1. Fear Resistance, Level 1. Ice Dragon Natural Resistances, Unknown. Physical Attack Damage Resistance, Level 4. Fire Resistance, Level 2. Wind Resistance, Level 3. Thunder Resistance, Level 2. Oh yes, this is it. Look at those stats, hot damn. And peak stage. Wasn't the bear upper stage? So by eating his giant mana core I got a peak stage right away. Damn, talk about fast progression and cheats. I am literally cheating the whole game now. Pack it up, guys. I am about to finish this game by myself. Most of my skills leveled up, even the resistance skills I have never trained. Is it because by evolving, my body becomes naturally more resistant to these elements? Maybe. Alongside that, I got a few new skills which seem quite useful. I got Parallel Mind Thought Processing, the legendary skill that lets you have more than one mind inside of your head and do multitask. To an extent, I have been multitasking for some time already. Getting this skill seemed obvious. Now I can do it even better, I guess. Although the split mind I create is not really like in the Spider Isekai. It is just there to obey me, but it is not talking to me or something. And then there's this skill, telepathy. What? Isn't this the most cheat skill ever for a monster like me? Why did I even get this? Wait, perhaps by talking to myself so much and developing my mind through high-speed thought processing? No way, so that's how it is. Well, or maybe not, and I am just speculating. Nonetheless, and whatever the case it is, you are welcome. Whenever I find some goddamn people, I might try to speak to them. Wait, I should first learn whatever language they speak through. That might provide to be harder than I originally thought. Additionally, I got this legendary power that these monsters had berserk mode but in a skill. So it can even grow and level up, way better than whatever these monsters had. How did I even go about it? No idea. Maybe getting angry triggers it, or perhaps simply by evolving. And lastly, I got two new resistances, hunger and fear resistance. I can see why I got them. I have been resisting fear a crap ton since I was born here, and also hunger. I always get hungry. In fact, I am terribly hungry now. So I begin eating the bones and fur left by the carcass of the bear. Way better than eating bitter herbs I find around. And the bones come with some bone marrow, so they are not half bad. As I eat, I think about what to do next. The area around me is the same as ever. Pine trees, snow, some blue-colored herbs, and that's it. But as I glance down, I can see that the ground I am goes down like a hill, and the forest continues down below. I guess I am slowly getting out of this forest, but it might expand a bit down there. I will eat all of this and then march down there. I am peak stage, so maybe I am finally unrivaled, and I can catch a break while eating and killing whatever I please. No, I don't have to get cocky. Chapter 32, Day 21. After having eaten the bones and fur of the entire carcass, I was pretty filled up, enough for me to walk the entire day and night. However, I still encountered a pack of wolves, of around 5 of them, but instead of attacking me, they immediately began to run away the moment they saw me. How odd, I thought they were always aggressive. I managed to catch 3 of them, and was able to kill them by simply slashing their heads or crushing them with my sheer physical strength. Well, that was a big jump. I went from struggling to fight against 2 of them to crush them like ants. I guess the difference between stages of cultivation is rather big. I decided to eat the 3 wolves right away and stockpiled a bunch of calories. I discovered that my immortal body and the other unique skills evolve with me and gain new effects as I evolve. One of the new effects of the immortal body is the ability to stockpile a lot of calories, so I don't have to worry about saving food for later. I can simply eat it all and use the stockpiled calories to get by. Eating the mana cores still does give me stats, but it has stopped having such a good effect. Sometimes I only get one stat, when it used to be 3. Anyways, here are the changes. Analyze has been activated. Unique skill, Immortal Body, Supernatural Physique. The ability to have a supernatural body, your strength is above the average on your species, and you are more likely to develop more supernatural abilities. Your senses are sharper than the average being of your species, and you have an easier time adapting to different types of energies. Great digestion. The ability to digest anything you eat and slowly convert it into usable calories. And mana. While eating, your regeneration speed increases. Additional effect 1. Calorie stockpile. You can stockpile calories in great quantities. Anything you eat will be stockpiled as surplus to be used later. Immortal, you are ageless. After reaching the stage of maturity of your species, you stop aging and can live for eternity. Lifespan is not a concept for you. Super regeneration. Doubles the speed of the regeneration of your wounds and gives the ability to regenerate lost limbs, organs, and more. Additional ability 1. Status effect great resistance. You have great resistance against all types of status effects and can easily develop resistance-based skills. Additionally, you are immune to curses. Add parasites, easily rejecting such forces or creatures. These are your abilities. Yup, I got additional abilities of the abilities that already exist. Pretty interesting, this system. Keeps surprising me, not going to lie. And now I seem to be immune to curses and parasites too. But why that from all things? Maybe this is something that dragons get. No, I think that Immortal Body is just an overpowered cheat ability. I mean, without it, I would be a goner long ago. But God, even with an overpowered cheat ability, I still struggled quite a bit. And I might struggle even more as I go. There are many ranks above me. It's just a matter of time. Until I meet something stronger than me again. I might just run away, I guess. Unless I am trapped as it happened with the ice bear. Anyways, as I go on with my life, I keep walking straight from where I woke up, slowly descending this mountain and the large pine tree forest that leads down below. It has been a few hours since the sun emerged from the horizon, and I have not felt sleepy nor tired at all. This must be due to my amazing dragon physique or something. Maybe. Well, I slept a lot after killing the bear anyways. Suddenly I stop, as I am greeted by a little critter that jumps out of the nearby tree. It resembles a white-colored rat, but it has long, monkey-like arms and legs, and it's holding into a stone. Is he provoking me? I inspect it. Oh, it's weak. But, wait, why would a weakling like you dare oppose a dragon like me? Wait, don't tell me he got a mommy and daddy looking for it. I better run away from it as fast as possible then. Sorry, but I am not going to fall for that cliché of killing an annoying little monster, only to be chased by the strong parents. I evade the monkey rat, and I keep going my way. It throws a stone at me, but the blow is easily reflected by my scales. You'll need more than that to damage youngling. As I keep walking away, it begins to follow me. Can you stop doing that weird sound? Leave me alone. I am a lonely solo player. I need no friends. Joking. But I don't want to have to do anything with you, little rat. I keep running away, but the bastard keeps chasing after me. I look around and scan everywhere to see if there isn't a giant gorilla behind him or something. And nothing. Damn, little guy, are you really alone by yourself? I glance at it as it groans. Kyu. It is really not afraid of me. Maybe because it is a youngling. It suddenly begins to crawl over my body, using my icy spikes to easily do it. It suddenly sits over my back. Damn, it's cute. Okay, but I can give you a ride, but don't throw stones at me again, all right? The rat-faced monkey thing groans cutely. Ugh, I thought I had a cold heart, but this little thing warmed it. God damn it, I have fallen into the plot trap. Now a giant gorilla is going to come to kill me at any second. No. Well, you never know. I decide to simply keep walking my way as the little rat monkey rests over my back. After a few hours, he falls asleep. I wonder if it is hungry. I am not looking over him or something. I don't want any friends. I am a grumpy old dragon now, or am I? The night quickly descends as I decide to rest for a bit. Chapter 33. Roman 3 1 out of 2. After 2 days of preparing behind my parents' backs, I finally am ready. I packed a few things inside a leather bag, which I wrapped around my body. It is deep in the night, and they are sleeping soundly. Through these last 2 nights, I have been having the same nightmare as before, but it keeps getting even worse. Why? Why did this thing come to my second life? How can it even do such a thing? Wouldn't my soul come here? Was that thing parasitizing my very soul? I am so scared of going outside. I want to stay with Papa and Mama, but I can't bear to think that one day I might kill them. I don't want this. I don't want this at all. I have to run away. I will one day come back, when I am strong enough to not be taken over this power. I promise. As I glance back at my little house, tears begin to drip out of my eyes without realizing it. As an ice giant, I am immune to cold and resistant to ice. So even by being in the middle of the icy night, I don't feel discomfort. I pray to Ymir as I begin slowly walking away. Goodbye, Mama, Papa. These last 7 years were the best years of my second life. I will treasure you within my heart. Goodbye, village. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, neighbors. I wish that all of you can still be here when I come back one day. I decide to stop glaring at the town as I walk inside the grand pine forest, a forest that covers many mountains above our town. It is said that deadly monsters crawl this place, but there's no other place for a monster like me to go to. It has been a week since I escaped. All the food I packed is about to run out. I am beginning to get hungry. I have been eating things slowly, but due to being so big, my stomach is also big, and eating little does not satiate it. Sometimes I find a group of rabbits and manage to catch one, but the rest run away, and I can only secure a single meal. I eat it raw because I don't know how to cook, nor how to make a fire in this place. Well, I was taught a bit, but I can't do it in the middle of a snowstorm. I am tired. I have been walking for 2 days. Sleeping here makes me have nightmares that wolves will come to eat me. I always hear their howls. I am scared. I don't want to die. I have to survive. To go back to Mama and Papa one day. Ugh, hi. It has been 3 weeks since I ran away from home. I miss my bed. I miss Mama and Papa. I want to sleep in a warm bed and eat food with them. To be happy and have my tummy filled. It hurts, Mama, Papa. Everything hurts. My body aches and my head hurts. I feel dizzy and weird. I think I might be sick of something. Ugh. The last time I have a meal was 3 days ago when I caught another rabbit. I have been eating bluegrass ever since, but it is weird and bitter, and it makes me puke. But it fills me sometimes. I have been eating snow too, but it makes my tummy feel weird. I am tired and hungry. My body hurts. Where am I going? I only know that I have to run away as far as possible. I have nightmares every time I sleep, so I try to sleep as little as possible. But sometimes I can't resist and sleep inside old and large trees that are empty inside. I wish I could use magic, but every time I try to cast something, the mold appears and I am scared to touch it. It is vicious. It seems to have a mind of its own. It wants to eat me and use me as its vessel, as it used me before. I try to suppress it, but it is trying to eat me from the inside out with those nightmares. It is trying to break my mental fortitude, like in my previous life. After living 7 years of happiness, my mind is strong and has healed. Every time I am being consumed by the darkness, I remember Papa and Mama, and I feel at ease. I wonder how they are doing. I hope they are not sad that I went away. It was for their own good. Mama, Papa, I miss you. I miss you so much. I think it has been over a month since I ran away. Maybe more, I can't remember well. Time goes by strange. I can't perceive things correctly. I keep walking. My boots are resistant, so I have not damaged my feet. But I have not eaten meat in over a week. Only herbs and plants and snow. I feel weakened. My limbs tremble each time I walk. My legs are trembling and becoming weak. My arms and legs look weak too. I want to survive. I have to keep hunting for food. I think over 3 months had gone by. I have been walking deeper into the forest. Sometimes I begin to hallucinate. Depriving myself of sleep is not good. But I don't want to have nightmares. I don't wanna, no. Sometimes I feel like my entire body is giving up. But when I think about Mama and Papa, a strange warmth enhances my legs, and I can keep walking. I think I can use mana that way, but it is very hard. It doesn't obey me and it comes in and out. And when I try to concentrate on it, the mold appears and scares me. I can't use magic. I am alone with my weakened body left. Am I going to die? I don't want to die. If I was going to die anyways, maybe I should have killed myself while sleeping in my bed, comfortable and in my home. It would have been way better than dying here. Ha, I want to live through. I really don't want to live. Mama, Papa, I wish you are okay. Wherever you are, chapter 34. POV Roman 3:2 out of 2 so much pain. Pain, 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 pain. I have only known pain my entire first life. Stranded by tubes and pierced with hundreds of syringes. Was I even alive back then? Ah, the bright light. It is so blinding. It burns my eyes. The men wearing weird suits are opening my body again, taking things out of it and putting other things inside. It hurts. Kill me. Just kill me already. Kill me. I muster those words, as the crimson-eyed man glares at me with contempt. Miranda, you have to look up for life, you know. We can't simply get rid of our bright star. You are the reason I wake up every day so happy. It is thanks to you that everything is possible. You don't know how grateful I am of you. Kill me, kill me. No, 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 I cannot kill you, young lady. You are an important part of my plans. You and I will stand atop the world one day. I assure you. A new era, a new beginning. And it all starts with you, my dear Miranda. Why, what am I? Oh, it seems that she's gaining more consciousness despite the mold. This is good progress. Tell me, you bastard. HM. From where did you learn such a word, young lady? Hey, who had been swearing while working, don't infect Miranda's mind. If I catch one of you swearing ever again, you are getting fired. The man talks incoherencies as he yells at the men wearing suits, and then he glances at me once more with those sick crimson eyes. I hate him. I hate him so much. He's the one that did all of this to me. Ah, Miranda, don't get like that. Who are you? That's quite the simple answer. You are a goddess. Your power can cure diseases, heal any type of wounds, and enhance any person to become gods. Just like you can do everything and more. You can become everything too, and be everywhere as well. Don't you understand your own capabilities? Well, you are still developing, but you are way more than what you think of yourself, dear Miranda. You are a goddess, my goddess. He begins to caress my hair, as he smiles eerily. Behind that mask I can easily see his sick smile. It curves and makes the skin below his eyes yet wrinkly. Bastard. I am not a goddess. I am a normal person, right? I am a normal person. I am. Sir, I don't think it would be too good to talk to her. You seem to stimulate her brain too much. She might burst into a berserk-like state again. Please refrain from talking with her, said one of the men. Ha, she's my goddess. I can talk as much as I can with her. Right, Miranda? The man asks me directly, as if I could even answer. But I somehow muster the words coming from the depths of my heart. Hatred. Kill. HM, what did you say? He asked. Kill you. Talk louder, my dear. He asks. I am going to kill you. The man suddenly glares at me with contempt, as another smile emerges, and his eyes shine brightly with fascination. Why, yes, you are going to kill me, he said as he pets me and walks away. I am going to kill him. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, 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 kill. Yes, sir, her heartbeat is accelerating to a great pace. She's losing it. The mold is taking over her again. Run. Kill, 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 kill. Crash. Suddenly, a strength I never thought I had surged through my entire body. My skin is covered in slimy black substances as I manipulate them at will. Ah, I see. I see how it is. Ha-ha-ha, ha-ha-ha-ha, die, all of you will die. Ha-ha-ha-ha-ha. I swipe my hands as their heads fall apart, and a shower of red blood covers my body. Ha, so that's how it is. Ha-ha-ha-ha, die, all of you die. Die, 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 A sudden piercing pain hits my neck, as the red-eyed man catches me from behind. A strange liquid enters my body, and all the power I had disappears like ashes. "Bad girl, you should stop doing that, it is not good," he said. My mind becomes numb as I fall unconscious. I open my eyes lightly. I was having a nightmare again. I am not that person. I am not like that anymore. I am away from those people too. I am in another world. I am nowhere like that anymore. I glance at my hands, they're blue. I am fine, haha, I am finity. Yes, Emir, bless me, I am completely okay. In fact, I have never felt this good before. I don't know how many months. I think it has been many years, in fact. Through all these years of escaping and living in the wild, I have grown so skeletal. Ha ha ha. But I have felt this happy. What is this? I feel so fine. I am actually super fine. What has gotten into me? This is not me. No, I am completely fine. In fact, why don't I just go crazy a little bit? No. Wait, why would I wait? I am super okay right now. I feel like I can just do whatever I want. I can't help but laugh. It's all so funny, like a comedy. Yes, come back to me. No, stop. Stop, why would I stop? Isn't this what you want? This is what I want. No, stop. Black sludge begins to emerge all over my body, as my sight turns completely black. Isn't this what you wanted, Miranda? No, stop, stop. Why, I am already happy. You are already happy. Why don't you go to sleep? I can take care of things for you from now on. No, wait. Wait for what? I am you and you are me. Stop, don't. My name is not Miranda. My name is. Your name, what is your name? My name is. I don't remember. Of course you don't, we are simply Miranda and nothing else. Now good night. No. Wait. Bye-bye. I fall into the abyss, to never wake up from it ever again. Chapter 35, Day 22. It is Day 22 and this little rat monkey is still with me. He's licking me. Why? Why are you being overly affectionate with this old and grumpy ice dragon? Don't I look menacing to you? Seriously, I thought monsters would either try to eat me or run away from me. I never expected a middle ground where one would simply stick to me and, I don't know, grow attached to me after just a single day. Maybe he's a weird one, and perhaps he hit his head after falling from a tree. I don't know, but he's lovely. Fuck. I mean, look at him. He has a cute pet rat face. The ones I always saw videos of on YouTube in my last life. And he got a tiny monkey-like body covered in fluffy white hair. Yeah, maybe it might look like a freak of nature by Earth standards, but in a fantasy world it looks pretty tame from what I would expect that could appear. Why are you licking my scales? Stop that. He's still licking me, rather adorably. Maybe he's trying to put his scent into me. What do you think I am? Your property now. Then I will lick you back. I move over it and lick its entire body with my tongue. It ends up completely coated in my saliva, as it glares at me in shock. Heth, now you are my property. Q. However, it suddenly continues licking me. I guess he's a stubborn bastard. Oh right, through the night, I decided to make a quick hole and rest there. While resting, I continuously trained my mana, and I am still doing it actually. Ding. Due to your continued use of mana all around our body, you gained plus 15 mana. Oh, another one of those. Over the night I only got one, but then I got a second of these. I guess by doing this, I can slowly increase my max amount of mana so I can easily spam my spells. Heh, although it still takes its time, with such a method, I am confident that I can continuously grow stronger. But then I need to eat. A big dragon like me needs a lot of food, and this little rat monkey is looking pretty tasty. The little guy is suddenly paralyzed as it senses my bloodlust. Of course, why did you think I brought you here? To eat you up. Did you really think I would make friends? It was but a facade. Now perish and become my food, you worthless ant. I move my jaws over the rat as I am about to eat it, and then I stop. The rat had already given up and was resigning itself to be eaten. I was joking. Okay, maybe I am bad at jokes. The rat realizes that nothing was happening as I licked it again. Maybe it understands by licks. It glares at me and suddenly gets angry. The words "it was not funny" are spread all over its face. Okay, sorry. I quickly get up as I release a small groan. Let's go hunt something. I might share a bit of the meat out of the gentleness of my heart. The rat glares at me but quickly jumps into my back again. Good boy, or girl, I don't have any idea what gender it is. I quickly break out of the hole, as dirt and snow explode everywhere. I begin to walk around once more, seeking some food. As we walked for a few hours, the rat suddenly jumps over a tree and rushes to the top. What are you doing now? It begins scratching the branches above, and then something from above falls over my head. Bump. Ouch. Well, it didn't really hurt. I glance at the thing it threw at me, which fell over the ground. It is a pear. It looks like a pear, but it is blue. Wait, these damn pine trees have hidden fruits atop their branches. Is this what the monkeys eat? I glance up above, as the rat monkey begins to throw more fruits to the ground. A few minutes after, there is over 20. I think it emptied the entire tree. It quickly jumps over the snow while carrying two pears with its little hands, which it begins to eat rapidly, juice coming from them. Hey, you are rather useful, I guess. I never thought I would ever find any type of fruits within such a cold place, but I guess it is a magic world for something. These pears might be magic too. All right, time to eat something else than bitter herbs and meat, I guess. A fruit that grows over the top branches of the pine trees. It is sweet and juicy, but very hard to get. Slightly recovers health points and mana points. Oh, does it even double as a healing item? Unlike the rat monkey, I have a giant jaw, so I devour the whole pear in a single bite. Chomp, chomp, chomp. So sweet, sweet, and juicy. Ugh, this is so fucking good. I had been eating trash this whole time. Even tears begin to flow out of my eyes as I devour the pears in large quantities. At the end, I ate most of them, but stopped myself before I was to leave my little friend without any. Hey, don't look at me like that. I left you 2 more. You are small, so you don't need to eat that many anyway. It glares at me with anger, but then it grabs all the fruits and jumps into my back again. I guess it gave up. Man, I feel stuffed now, and I didn't even need to actually hunt. I think I didn't get as many calories as actual meat, but it was still something I would consider a full meal. Good enough for now. It was still not late yet, so I decided to hasten up the pace as we continued through the snowstorm, which was getting stronger. Well, we are ice-type monsters, so we are unaffected by such things anyway. As the hours go by, I also practice my mana cultivation technique, which I have learned to do while walking, although while fighting it might not work yet. Like that, I get another little bonus after many hours. Ding. Due to your continued use of mana all around our body, you gained plus 14 mana, plus 10 vitality, plus 5 strength, plus 3 dexterity, and plus 11 magic. Nice. What I like about this is that I don't necessarily have to kill any monsters. I can simply gradually grow stronger as I become better at manipulating mana around my body. However, just as I was celebrating, I heard tremors, an earthquake, but the rat monkey is beginning to get scared, and a sudden roar resonates all around. Gruawara. Boom. A sudden gigantic figure emerges, just a bit smaller than the ice bear. It is a giant white gorilla, but it has the head of a rat. Wait, is this your father, you traitor? Chapter 36. Suddenly, a giant white gorilla appears. It looks like this buddy's father, as he is like a big version of him, but more muscular. It is almost 4 meters. It has enormous, log-like arms, large fists that could crush a tree, a big rat head with sharp fangs and gleaming crimson eyes. Rank 1 peak stage. It's peak stage like me. Alright then, time to die. Name nameless, race snow rat gorilla, male. Mana core cultivation, rank 1, peak stage. Status, angered, hungry, exhausted. Average estimated vitality, 726 out of 803. Average estimated mana, 182 out of 250. Average estimated strength, 530. Average estimated dexterity, 231. Average estimated magic, 160. Abilities: unknown, pounce, big jump, bone-shattering punch, bone-shattering kick, bone-breaking bite, throwing, ice wind, icicle spear, ice wall, berserk mode, fear-inducing roar, ice immunity. Those stats are crazy, way higher than mine. Weren't we supposed to be of the same rank and stage? You are clearly superior to this humble dragon, and he's amazing with his fists and legs, it seems, because he can break my bones if he punches me. Without mentioning he has a strong bite too, berserk mode, fear-inducing roar, and ice immunity. My strongest weapon, flying ice blades, is now completely useless. What's the point in life anymore? I thought ice immunity was only for me, but I guess highly ranked dudes can develop it as well. This sucks. If I am an ice dragon, then what do you expect me to do? I glance at the rat monkey as it begins to tremble. I grab it with my fags and leave it in the ground, while I step back slowly. All right, bud, your father came to pick you up. Good luck. See, sir, I took good care of him, so don't kill me, please. I will go in my way, all right. Have a good day. Ruawa. The gorilla glares at the tiny rat with contempt and anger. Well, I would be angry if my child suddenly ran away from the house too, so I understand this man. Nothing to worry about. However, the rats squeak as it runs towards me. Cue, cue, cue. It screams desperately. It seems that he's scared. Hey, come on, he's your daddy. He won't kill you or something. Right. The rat suddenly waves his head. He will really kill you. He rat nods. Well, all right. I am very impressed by how you can somehow understand my telepathy. Are you a reincarnated soul like me or something? The rat stays silent while trembling. It seems to not understand. Maybe not, I guess. Grua. Grow, grow. The gorilla begins to hit his chest bravely. As it slowly walks towards me, icy winds begin to flow around his fists. He's not your father then, bud. The rat waves its head. All right then let's run. I quickly dart away for my life while the rat gorilla roars. Grrrrua. I infuse my mana into my entire body as I run for my life, jumping over rocks and anything in my path. I might be weaker than him, but I am also quite swift now. Nonetheless, the bastard begins to punch trees away as it pursues me. Fuck. He's strong, crazy strong. More than the freaking bear, that's for sure. Boom, boom, boom. More trees are blown away. The rat gorilla is simply breaking them apart as he walks towards me. Why do you want to kill me? Oh, is this rat the problem? Oi, what did you do to this guy? The rat is simply trembling. Fuck, I should simply throw you away, you know. But you kind of won me over when you shared so many good fruits. And I guess I have to repay you the favor by protecting your life a little bit. I keep running, but the gorilla roars even louder as he catches up to me in no time. Fuck. Okay, I changed my mind. Get the fuck out of my back. I quickly and desperately try to grab the rat monkey and to throw it away, but the damn little rascal is grasping me tightly. Q-woo, Q-woo-woo-woo-woo. It screams desperately. He really doesn't want to confront his daddy. Og. Okay then, whatever. I am going to kill him and that's it. If I can't use ice, I am using my jaws, claws, and wind. I still have wind after all. I have been training it since I got it. Before, I was not able to do anything offensive with it because I lacked the mana pool and magic power, but I should be able to do something now. I simply need to put my mind into it and shape the wind itself like I shaped the ice. Boom. Suddenly, 3 large trees fall right before me. The gorilla jumps a large distance and then lands right ahead of me, groaning, Gruasher. Okay then. We are going to kill each other, I suppose. There's no other way around it, bastard. That's how life is, huh? Q. The rat monkey suddenly jumps over a tree and runs to the top, as the rat gorilla doesn't notice, as his crimson eyes are fixated on me. Fuck, come back, you coward. Q. The rat monkey cheers for me. This damn brat. I guess I now have a nice incentive to fight. I am going to eat this little shit after this. As if sensing my bloodthirst, the rat monkey hides from me. However, the rat gorilla senses this bloodthirst as a provocation, and it roars even louder as it pounces towards me. Gruer. Using its enormous and muscular shoulders, it hits me directly. I brace myself as I enhance my scales, skin, muscles, and bones with mana, enhancing my endurance. Boom. I am thrown into the air and fall over a tree, cracking it and making it fall into pieces. My HP lowered by 50. He was way too fast, I couldn't do anything. Flash. He suddenly appears right next to me. Winds. I call the winds for my help, as they push me away from the enormous kicking attacks that were about to fall over my head. Boom, 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 boom. The kicks hit the ground as everything trembles. This dude's might is seriously something else. But in these few seconds, I pack a punch too. I gather the winds around me like spirals of slicing the air and fire them at the rat gorilla. Flash. The winds become a spear of slicing winds, which costs 60 mana, but its power is immense and hit the rat gorilla directly. Boom. Giaruara. The beast roars as its entire body are shrouded with slicing wind attacks and falls over the ground, just to quickly stand up again, even more enraged. He is now even activating Berserk mode, as he coats himself with a crimson-red aura. But I damaged him quite nicely. 110 vitality are gone from his health bar. We are getting somewhere. Chapter 37. I pant. I am a bit tired. The aura that the rat gorilla is exuding is affecting me negatively. Although if it weren't for fear resistance, I would already be on my knees. I check my status. Name, race, adolescent ice dragon. Titles, merciless. Monocore cultivation, rank 1. Peak stage, status, tired, wounded. Vitality, 431 out of 562. Mana, 488 out of 658. Strength, 201. Dexterity, 101. Magic, 341. My vitality took a nice hit from his first attack, but I am slowly recovering. My mana is at a good number. I can surely conjure bigger spells more times now. Is it possible to beat this with pure wind? Wind, my greatest foe. Now you are my greatest weapon. This guy has the cheat of being immune to ice, but I am no ordinary ice dragon. I know how to control winds. Can an ice dragon even use wind? I guess I am really cheating the game here. After my initial wind attack, the rat gorilla quickly stands up as he glares at me with his sharp crimson eyes. This guy means serious business. He's for my head, and I am about to stop and kill him first. And that's all there's to it. In the wild, there are no stupid monologues or conversations between enemies. We are just two beasts who are trying to kill each other. Giaruara. The rat gorilla roars as I brace myself. I quickly conjure more winds around my body as he pounces directly towards me with enormous strength and speed. Clash. The ground and snow below his feet explode into the air. A millisecond after, he appears right before me with his enormous fists covered in icy winds to enhance his speed. Winds. Flash. I quickly use the winds to enhance my swiftness, speed, and evasiveness, and I manage to jump away just in time as his fists hit the ground, creating tremors that shake our surroundings. Boom, boom. I swallow saliva. This is getting serious. If this guy hits me a couple more times, I am dead. He can blow me into pieces in 4 hits, I think. Those enormous and muscular fists, and those legs are deadly weapons on their own. Even if he doesn't have scales or claws, his muscles are as heavy as iron, and his skin is as tough as my scales. And above all, while being a giant tank, he's also incredibly fast. And more than that, he's enhancing himself with his berserk mode, so all of his physical prowess is being enhanced even more. However, this is my chance. Storm. I gather the winds I was combining around me, as I concentrate them right in front of my sight. I put all of my will and imagination into it, as a spiraling gust of green winds quickly catches the rat gorilla while he punched the ground after I evaded. He glares at me as he is not capable of evading the incredibly speedy wings, which are way faster than his own body. Boom. Gruoar. He takes the hit head-on, as I see his HP lower down by another 100 points. But there's something wrong with this guy. He's not being thrown away anymore by the winds. He's pushing through them, charging towards me. What kind of monster is this guy? The winds keep slicing through his muscles as he rushes towards me with enormous anger, roaring furiously. I try to evade, but he somehow manages to catch my front leg, and his enormous hands crush it as if it were a mere branch. A chill rushes through my spine as the sharp, excruciating pain of my bones being shattered into dust by his crushing grasp goes through my mind. Fuck. It hurts like fucking hell, but the pain is not affecting my mind as much now. I still feel it as horribly as ever, but pain. Resistance seems to give me the ability to not care about the pain, making my mind as cold as ever. A decision comes to my mind, as I see that he is about to punch my head with his other fist, without letting go of my leg. Okay then, take my leg. I slash my leg off with my other front paw, as I use the winds to jump away. Pain as horrible as cutting your limb off rushes once more through my entire body. A river of red blood comes out of my wound, but I quickly put ice over it and the hemorrhage stops. I would have most likely died if he were to hit me with that fist right into my head. The rat gorilla roars in anger as he missed this golden opportunity, throwing my leg away instead of eating it as the ice bear would do. I guess he's not interested in eating. He just wants to slaughter me. But at the moment I ran away, I had already begun to gather more winds. His HP is still over 500. Each of my wind attacks deals around 100-120 damage. I have to hit him 5 more times. Each wind attack costs 60 MP. My MP left is 370. I have enough to shot 6 more attacks. I can do this. I can win. I grip my teeth as my eyes glow eerily. You can take as many limbs as you want. I will take away your life in exchange. Roar. It roars once more, but I smile internally, because ice dragons can't smile. Storm. I release another storm of spiraling, slicing winds. The beast takes it head-on, and it quickly loses its balance, falling over the ground. He slowly tries to stand up as he gathers mana around his limbs, and his legs begin to bulge while taking into the wind. He's preparing to jump, but it's too late as I throw another wind attack. I got you. A second after, he emerges at my side and gives me an uppercut. What? How did he do that? Boom. Chapter 38. He somehow managed to run incredibly fast. It was only but a single charge, but his speed was enough for me to not be able to see him before he appeared right in front of me. What's up with this guy's superhuman capabilities? It must be the rush of berserk mode and adrenaline. He's going crazy. His HP is already at 300 and something. He still took both wind attacks head-on, but now he gave me an uppercut right into my head. The pain was horrible, and I could clearly feel how my neck muscles were slowly being torn apart. My bones were cracking, and I was about to be beheaded by his sheer strength. This is ridiculous. If I don't do something, I am about to get my head blown off. But I do something through my parallel mind, thought processing and enhanced speed thought to process. I suddenly activate the skill I didn't have much faith in, berserk mode. Suddenly, my entire body muscles bulge and become stronger. My neck, which was about to be torn apart, somehow managed to resist. I twist my head, almost breaking it, as I open my jaws and bite the rat gorilla's muscular arm. The rush of crimson energy all around my body makes my entire body feel like it is burning. So this is the power these bastards had. Gruar. The rat gorilla groans in pain as I crush his hand's bones with my enormous bite. Yeah, did you think I was a pure mage build? I am not a dragon for nothing. I put so much strength into the bite that I feel like I am tearing apart his arm. And with a bit of force and the winds to help me push, crash, I take away his right arm. The rat gorilla loses it as I took away one of his weapons right away. It falls over the ground as it groans in agony. The blood coming from his wound is a shit ton. I quickly gulp the entire arm as I feel calories and mana recovering. I can do this. I grasp the snow and use the wind to throw me away, right before the rat gorilla was to crush me with his legs. I glance at his HP, a bit over 200. Taking away his arm is also constantly draining his vitality through the blood loss. These are probably his last moments. But these last moments are where beasts become the deadliest. They completely disregard their lives and throw themselves at you with everything they have. Like the ice bear that crushed me to almost death with his weight, this guy can also go all out and do something outrageous. But I am not going to let him crush me as the ice bear did. Not at all. I brace myself as berserk mode is draining both calories and mana. My mana left around 140. I have 2 more shots, and he has a bit over 200 HP. I grip my teeth and jump. Yes, motherfucker, I am going straight to you. The rat gorilla has seen me running around so much that he actually gets surprised. Nonetheless, he braces himself as his muscles bulge, almost taking double their size. He prepares his fist as it begins to gather mana. He wants to finish me off with a single punch, but I am going to finish you off with my winds before that. Our eyes meet. As we stare at each other in these milliseconds, I am going to survive and see another day. Storm. I put my will, mind, imagination, and my blazing resolve to survive into my very wind. As it flows, like a storm of green-colored slicing winds, spiraling into an enormous tornado. Gruara. The rat gorilla moves his fist, as if it were as fast as a bullet towards me, while jumping straight to me. My tornado, against his fist, clashes. My winds begin to slice through his entire body, coating him with his crimson blood. But his fists are incredibly resilient, penetrating the enormous pressure of the wind, barely being slowed down. I see his HP reach 0 already, but he keeps moving and reaching me. Die, just die already. His fist reaches to me, as his entire body suddenly becomes stiff. His crimson eyes directly glance at mine. I feel like the Grim Reaper is right behind me, caressing me with his skeletal hands. The coldness of death embraces my entire being, as I try to resist with everything I have. But my mana is completely gone and my calories are incredibly low too. I am done for. Boom. His entire body falls to the left motionless. He's dead. Did I win? I really won. I fall over the snow. I can barely move an inch. My entire body is aching. The Berserk mode skill has this aftereffect. I won. I glance atop the cloudy skies, as the clouds suddenly dissipate, and the brightness of the sun bathes my entire tattered and wounded body. I feel like passing out at any moment. I glance at my HP, 32. I was about to die. I have to keep moving. I force myself with whatever energy is left. As I begin to move near the corpse of the rat gorilla, I grasp its leg and begin eating it with my jaws. I force myself to eat it. The flesh is hard and the bones incredibly resilient too, but I munch it all and swallow it. Munch and swallow. I keep eating more and more. Immortal Body finally has more energy to kick in, as my wounds begin to slowly heal. I have to keep eating though. I feel like my mind is blacking out and coming back all the time. I hear strange and creepy voices whispering to my ears. I see shadows moving around and disappearing. I am hallucinating again. Ugh. I keep eating. I can't sleep now, it's too dangerous. I force myself to eat more, until I feel like I am about to pass out of pure exhaustion. I get energy, yet I am exhausted. What a strange body. I guess the Immortal Body is using all the energy to heal me, bringing it back to 0 very quickly. I quickly make a hole and throw the corpse there alongside myself and seal the hole. Chapter 39, Day 23. Day 23 and I am still kicking, baby. Oh yeah. Yesterday's fight was just as horrendous. I barely survived, with my body all wounded. I healed now, yes, but I really want to take a break now. How about a whole month? I wish I could, but I need food. And I also want to get out of this damn forest. I swear to God, it is so filled with monsters that this thing seems more like a bloody dungeon. Can't I get to some monster town where we all live in harmony or something? No. Okay. Today I woke up without evolving again, by the way, and I have eaten most of the rat gorilla by now, just to recover completely. His mana core gave me a nice boost, but I have been slacking off and only sleeping after it, instead of training and cultivating. It was quite an awful fight. This guy's punches and kicks were like some Dragon Ball character or something. I was on the border between life and death, but my wins gave me the victory. Really, I never expected that I would become so good at winds. I guess I am a wind dragon in Ice Dragon clothes. The power of winds seems pretty amazing though. It can target a lot of foes at the same time and create big and explosive tornado-like projectiles. And if I practice enough, I could even fly with it. Actually, it would be awesome if I could fly so I can go away from all the problems on the surface. But if I use magic for that, my MP will go down incredibly quickly. I will not even be able to fly for a minute, and my entire MP would be gone. I really need actual wings, I suppose. Maybe when I become rank 2 I can get the classic dragon wings. One can only hope. Anyways, time to check my status. Name, Race, adolescent ice dragon. Titles, merciless. Mana core cultivation, rank 1. Peak stage, status, hungry. Vitality, 587 out of 587. Mana, 728 out of 728. Strength, 221. Dexterity, 131. Magic, 361. Abilities. Unknown unique skill, Immortal Body unique skill, Winter Magic unique skill, System unique skill, Ice Absorption unique skill, God Camouflage. Camouflage. Level 3. High-speed thought processing, high-speed thought processing. Level 4. Parallel thought processing, parallel thought processing. Level 2. Wind magic, wind magic. Level 4. Mana control, mana control. Level 4. Telepathy, telepathy. Level 2. Berserk mode, berserk mode. Level 2. Fear-inducing aura, fear-inducing aura. Level 1. Ice Dragon natural skills. Unknown Ice Dragon bloodline. Ice Dragon breath, Ice Dragon breath. Level 4. Ice Dragon scales, Ice Dragon scales. Level 4. Lesser self-regeneration, lesser self-regeneration. Level 5. Freezing slash, freezing slash. Level 4. Freezing bite, freezing bite. Level 4. Ore body, ore body. Level 4. Resistance, unknown cold immunity. Hunger resistance, hunger resistance. Level 1. Fear resistance, fear resistance. Level 2. Pain resistance, pain resistance. Level 2. Ice Dragon natural resistances. Unknown. Physical attack damage resistance, physical attack damage resistance. Level 5. Fire resistance, fire resistance. Level 2. Wind resistance, wind resistance. Level 3. Thunder resistance, thunder resistance. Level 2. My stats have indeed increased quite a bit more. I even got a few new skills, such as my new fear-inducing aura. Wait, what? Fear-inducing aura? Me. Finally, now no one will get close to me, and I can live peacefully. Wait, that's bad too. If no one gets close to me, I won't have prey to eat. What a dilemma. Good thing it is a skill I can choose to not activate if I don't want to. Also, my pain resistance skill is already level 2, and my stats increased too. 700 plus in MP is very nice. Oh, and would you look at that? Wind magic is at level 4. I guess using so much wind was the way to go then. My other stats also increased by the amount of exercise in the fight, alongside eating the flesh and the mana core. Well, mostly the mana core. Though why did I even got this aura of fear skill or whatever? It's weird indeed. Maybe I can get skills from the mana cores. Is this why I got Berserk mode too? Wait, maybe that's it or not. Well, other monsters don't have a system, so the abilities I see are their inner abilities. Nothing related to the game-like power I have. But I guess I can convert such abilities into skills. Although the rat gorilla had a fear-inducing roar ability, it became a fear-inducing aura for me. Interesting. Well, the stronger I get, the better, right? The stronger I am, the closer I get to live my life peacefully and without threats. After all, the true path to freedom is to become strong, stronger than anyone. No, wait, maybe I am exaggerating things a bit. Maybe not stronger than anyone, okay, but strong nonetheless. But in this world of mana cores, there is a lot of ranks of power. Even if I become rank 2, there are ranks 3 to 10. Ugh, maybe if I hide beneath a rock, I should be okay. But I don't want to do that. I want to explore the world and find a purpose in this miserable life. What a pain. I quickly devour what remains of the carcass of the rat gorilla, until absolutely nothing remains, not even his fur. Filled with calories and energy, I quickly walk out of my hole, and I am suddenly greeted by a pile of blue-colored pears. Above the pears there is a small rat monkey raising his arms. Q, Q, you. I am going to eat you right now, you wait. Is this for me? As if it could understand me lightly, the rat monkey nods happily. Really? Is this your way to apologize? Q, it nods again. Awa, you little rascal, so this was your plan. Now I am greeted with this feast of sweet fruits. Ugh, okay. I guess I am forgiving you only for this once. The rat monkey, as if understanding my intentions, jumps into my neck and rests over my back, while eating 2 pears in each hand. Meanwhile, I devour this feast to accumulate even more energy. Yuwa, so sweet. Man, if this guy can bring me more, then I guess he's not really that useless. Wait, Can I get them myself by blowing off a tree and taking the pears out? But that would be way too terrible for the environment, and the loud sounds may alert a strong and territorial beast, so I better not do that. After eating for a while, I decide to continue my journey through the snow at this never-ending pine tree forest. Chapter 40, Day 24. Day 24 and still kicking. No weird, overpowered monsters yet, which is very nice. I can catch a breather. I have been walking through the entire night up until today's morning, and little rat with me has been doing nothing but laze around. But today will be different, amigo. I am going to force you to cultivate with me. Hee, did you think you were just going to get me fruit and live carefreely at my back while I protect you from anything? Nope, my friend. The rat monkey suddenly jumps in surprise as it senses my resolve and my mana. I begin to use ice absorption to drain mana from the environment, alongside my own mana, and I use it around my body. Well, I have been doing this all night now, but now I am going to add this rat to the circle of cultivation. KQ. The rat feels a bit strange at first, but it quickly accepts the embrace of my mana, and its little mana core begins to glow. The energies go through its body very fast because it is so small, which is nice because I don't waste much energy either. This way, even you will become strong and more useful too. Yeah, I am not having useless pets here. You are going to get strong. Oh, I also realized that the rat monkey is actually a girl, so I decided to name her Snowflake. Yeah, not the snowflakes of the internet. This one has just the normal meaning of a beautiful snowflake. Don't get it wrong, okay? Maybe I should change it. Then let's get weeb with this. How about Yuki? The rat monkey gets happy for some reason, as I said Yuki through telepathy. All right then, my girl, you are named Yuki from now on. Q. Yuki begins jumping around as it suddenly began to glow brightly. And at the same time, my mana drops by a whopping 500 in an instant. What is going on? You have named the rat monkey. Rank 1, rat monkey. Rank 1, middle stage, and Yuki. You acquired the naming. Level 1 Yuki. What? Yuki suddenly evolves right in front of me, as she glows brightly, and her small body suddenly gets bigger. Actually, like 3 times her original size. And then the light dissipates to show me an adorable chinchilla-like monkey rat, with fluffy white fur everywhere and a long and fluffy tail. So cute. Yuki, I don't know how you did it, but you just got even more adorable. Yuki cheers with me as she jumps around adorably. Although she got bigger, now she looks like a ball of white fur. I can't believe it, I just tamed her, named her, and now she evolved. Let's check her info through Analyze. Name, Yuki. Race, poisonous snow chinchilla monkey. Female. Mana core cultivation, rank 1, upper stage. Status, happy. Average estimated vitality, 324 out of 324. Average estimated mana, 170 out of 170. Average estimated strength, 120. Average estimated dexterity, 310. Average estimated magic, 120. Abilities: unknown acrobatics, precise throwing, ice wind, icicle, spear, snow, ball roll, impact dampening, fur armor, poisonous claws. Ooh, Yuki, you finally seem to have become useful. And she got quite strong too. In fact, her abilities seem to be all things I can't do, such as being agile, having acrobatics. She can also throw things with great precision, cover herself in snow, and roll like a snowball, and her fur can dampen impact too. Oh, and her claws are filled with poison. What? She's way too good for a first pet. I guess my amazing talent was passed to her through this naming thing. And now look at my girl, she's a beast, and I have only met her for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. She's truly quite the strong adversary now, and her dexterity is her highest stat, and it's above 300. Have I ever fought with something with so much dexterity before? She's the definition of speed and agility, I guess. Celebrating her evolution, Yuki went to pick up more pears, and we ate quite a lot. After that, she jumped back into my back, and we continued walking while I used my mana and her own to generate a constant cycle of energy around our bodies, reinforcing them. Alongside that, I also practiced magic, both wind and ice, as much as I could. Perhaps that gorilla was a one-in-a-lifetime dude, and some stronger beasts are not immune to ice. I have the highest level of ice magic after all, so I can't simply neglect it, although I can only use the lowest level for now. But yeah, maybe when I get into rank 2, I will be able to use stronger and more mana-consuming spells. My mind-related skills are helping me be able to visualize spells through imagination and intent more easily, so there's that. I just need to keep practicing and accumulating more and more mana, and the more magic I will be able to use. A pretty easy path to follow, if I say so myself, but it will probably be filled with hardships nonetheless. After a few hours of walking aimlessly, we encountered a pack of 5 wolves who were feasting in some ice-horned rabbits. They were all initial stage except the leader and maybe its daughter or something, because both were middle stage. I considered simply hunt and eat them, but maybe I can tame a wolf, maybe the leader. But if I kill his entire pack, I don't think he would obey me unless I brainwash him. And I don't think I can brainwash by simply naming something that is not willing to be named. Yuki was a big exception to this rule because she sticks to me to protect her, and she gives me fruit. In the end, she became willing to be named and was successfully tamed. But wild animals that most likely attack me at first sight won't do, until I get some kind of ability to suppress them and tame them forcefully. I send Yuki first to attack, as I wanted her to try out her new abilities. She decimated all the initial stage wolves with her sharp and poisonous claws with ease, but the 2 middle stages were causing her trouble, although her speed let her evade incredibly swiftly. In the end, she managed to kill them too, so I didn't even move an inch. I guess this is how it feels to be a Pokémon trainer, huh? Chapter 41. POV Roman 4:1 out of 2 alone. I was always alone. No one ever loved me. Everyone hated me and used me. I was trash, the scum of the world. I was made into the scum of the world. I remember now, as I delve into the abyss of this familiar feeling of dreadful desperation. The mold and I are similar. In fact, we are the same. I now understand why it came to this world with me. We are the same being at the end. I remember things clearly now, things that I had been trying to not remember. I was a bioweapon made by a secret corporation named Nexus Corporations. I once had parents, but they died before even seeing me grow. I was grabbed from whenever I was and brought into this laboratory. Since I was a baby that I was injected with the mold, and since then it grew with me and became one with me. The mold. I don't know where it exactly came from and what was its purpose, but from the documents I once read, it was the type of living organism resembling mold found deep within the caves of a jungle in Africa. The jungle had a large crater, perhaps of many years ago when this entity came to Earth. The mold perhaps was not even from our world, a being that came from the stars, and since I was a child that I was blind to it, forced to fuse with it. Amongst the many test subjects, I was the first and the most successful. There were many like me, however, and all of them died. I was the first and the most successful, left behind by all those that perished. I was deemed as a miracle. They told me that I was the strongest, the mightiest. Lies. The cooperation with the mold was brief, however. As I grew older, it destabilized. But it wasn't because my body didn't accept it. It was my own mind that developed wrongly. The scientist constantly tried to stabilize the mold within my body, but I was refusing to cooperate any longer with it. I didn't understand it. I was scared. It was a strange being that lived inside me. How would I not be scared? It slowly began to gain its own consciousness as it took over my brain, and my own mind started to warp. My thoughts became chaotic, and I became a raging beast, driven by the constant hate and wrath of being used as a test subject. To being inflicted this constant pain, I freed myself using the mold, and once more we worked together. But that's where I became insane. I embraced the monster I truly was and wreaked havoc. Many times I had tried to escape, but every time that crimson-eyed man stopped me. But not that time when he was not present. I filled the scientist with the mold and discovered many abilities. One of them was the power to infect others with it and control their minds, parasitizing them like slaves. They would slowly mutate and become even more monstrous, and sometimes even gaining weird abilities. I quickly took over the entire corporation, destroyed everything, and escaped at last. After that, I discovered more. I was made into a bioweapon by Nexus corporations. They wanted me to use to create a perfected version of the mold, one that could make any human it infected into a superhuman, to enjoy all the abilities I had, superhuman strength, virtual immortality, extrasensorial powers, and more. But it was never completed. Fools, you don't even know that the burden to acquire all of this power was to let the mold devour your very mind, to devour your very soul. Every passing year, I felt as if I was turning stranger. I was suffering from constant pain, constant headaches. My consciousness drifted in and out. Sometimes I didn't realize it, and I had slept for an entire year while the mold manipulated my body and did what it pleased. The mold was vicious. It desired revenge. It hated everyone. But I wanted a family. I wanted to be loved. I didn't want to be hated. But we could only escape and escape. There was nowhere for us to go. Nowhere in the world was safe. Nexus corporations kept chasing us over as if we were their property. At some point, we crossed the seas and reached a different place. There we found a family, and they welcomed me. They seemed nice. But in the end, the mold made it worse, and they feared me. But the mold told me that no one would fear me if I made them into our kin. So we infected them and made them into my family. At that time, I thought it was a true family, but they were merely puppets. After some time, I thought I could live there peacefully, but it was a lie. I couldn't live peacefully anywhere. They came to me and caught me off guard. Somehow, they had designed a special antidote or something. When they shot me with those bullets, it hurt. After just a few shots, my entire body began to grow old and withered. The mold turned completely white and dissipated like ash. I fell apart into pieces and died. The last thing I perceived was the scientists taking away my body remains, as they said how it was a pity that I had to die, as I was such a good specimen. Ha ha. Until the end, we were always mere items to them, weren't we? Indeed, we were. Another voice resonates into my mind. It is me and not me. This is the mold. The mold took over my mind and brain and made a consciousness coping me. Like this, it is as if there were two of me. We are twins. But I was way too weak, and I was not able to resist the evil twin. She won over my body at last and took over my mind as well. Even after I tried to run away and to save who was I trying to save? I don't remember. There is nothing to remember. You are here with me now, and that's all that matters, Miranda. You are right. You're going to protect me, right? I will. We are siblings after all. Chapter 42. POV Roman 4:2 out of 2. I don't know how much I have been sleeping. Since I was taken over by it, I went to sleep. It feels like an eternity has gone by. How much time, how many days, weeks, months, even years? I feel strange. The mold has probably taken over my entire body, and it covers my entire being. I somehow never feel hungry though. Maybe it is feeding in something. I don't know what. I feel so strange. There's a palpitating pain within my chest. It hurts. It hurts. This is something. It's shining so brightly, it blinds me. But it can't do anything anyways. It keeps glowing. As I begin to remember more of my past, I remember, after freeing myself from the labs, who this man, the crimson-eyed man, I learned who he was, his name, Ivan Wesker. Although the documents and info I found were limited, I kind of got some idea of who he was. He used to be a researcher. Despite sounding so wicked, he was once a human, but he quickly changed afterward. He was part of a researching project named Oblivion, which seeks supernatural organisms that could let them research evolution in humans, surpass human weaknesses, and attain one of humanity's greatest wishes, immortality. Ivan was the sole survivor of the project named Ouroboros, where they experimented with an organism similar to my mold, which was made synthetically through genetic engineering. The results were catastrophic. Such organism easily escaped the laboratory, and in a few weeks, the entire city nearby was infested by mutagenic beings. The same people, the citizens, were all turned into monsters similar to those infected by my mold, or even worse. Thankfully, the government of the United States quickly managed to control the situation and bombed the city with nuclear bombs, closing it with large, advanced electromagnetic barriers made through technology that has been hidden from the common folk. Everything seemed to be fine after all. The government quickly forbid any more research of such things as it brought the death of many citizens and a great loss to the country. But Iva kept investigating. As the sole survivor, he didn't give up, even more when he himself fused with a part of this organism, Ouroboros, and became someone with superhuman capabilities. However, he was still yet to reach true immortality, and although his wicked mind had fused with this organism rather well, he was still slowly decaying. He was required to engineer new strains of this organism, and as he built up a new organization by offering his products to other foreign countries such as China and Russia, Nexus Corporations was born. Through his research, he found the mold within the caves generated by an enormous meteor that once hit a sector in Africa hundreds of years ago. There he found another organism whose properties were outstanding, and which he wished to fuse with Ouroboros to become the perfect living being, the ultimate life form, a god. And that's where my story began. I was not a chosen one. I was only one of the children amongst the hundreds he experimented with. He needed to find a perfect vessel, extract their perfect strain, and fuse it with Ouroboros to become the perfect life form. But when I ran away, I guess that's where his plans came to a halt. I confronted him many times. He was strong, his powers were outstanding, but much like me, he was decaying. He was able to shapeshift, to extend his body into a mass of red flesh covered in sharp fangs and claws, to grow many eyes, to regenerate wounds at an outstanding pace. His strength was able to withstand everything I threw at him, and every time I managed to escape, it was always barely. However, he never was angered at me. He was always gentle and invited me back to the laboratory. He didn't desire my death, of course. After all, I was his precious ticket to immortality. He forced his way into me and always spoke about his delusions, that he and I were destined to become one, that we would give birth to a child, the perfect living being. So disgusting. He always said that I was a goddess and that he was a god, that we were destined to become one. But I hated him. I tried to kill him many times. I even cut his head multiple times, but it always grew back. He was a resilient bastard. Strangely enough, when I died, he wasn't there. I don't know why he always seeks after me, but it was better to die without seeing his goddamn face. But after dying, I simply came to this world. This world. This world. What? Why can't I remember more? My mind is so dizzy and confused. Maybe you should sleep. Yeah, you're right. I have to sleep some more. Don't worry, we will survive together. Thanks, we will survive. We will survive. Good night, Miranda. In a world that is not Yggdrasil, inside a large and highly technological building, a man with crimson eyes and short blonde hair glanced at a large tube filled with black liquid with a smirk. Inside of such liquid, a grotesque fetus resembling a young girl, which was malformed and horrifying in appearance, rested. Its little heart was slowly palpitating, and its brain was also slowly developing. Men wearing lab coats constantly inspected her vital signs through large computers, seeking more information about her. But what was she? The crimson-eyed man smiled wickedly as he glanced at the grotesque fetus with fascination, even love inside his malicious and lifeless eyes. Ah, Miranda, you died, yet you are back to me again. You are truly a goddess. You cannot die. No, you cannot die yet. You are my future wife. A god can only be with someone equally as great, a goddess. A man in a lab coat spoke to him rather timidly. Sir, you must be aware that Miranda really did die. This is a clone. Silence. Miranda has not died. As long as a tiny piece of her remains, she will always be alive, and she will always be able to come back. Ah, my Miranda, soon enough we shall become the pinnacle of all life, and this world will be ours. Suddenly, as the man smiled wickedly and talked delusions, a few men armed with guns, guards, ran towards him. Sir, it's them. What, did they found us so soon already? HMPH. Pack up Miranda then, let's move to the other facility, leave them a few treats to entertain them. Yes, sir. Chapter 43, Day 25. Ugh. I had a weird nightmare last night. It was strange. It really was weird. It made me feel an instinctual fear. So weird, very weird in fact. It was simple too, making it weirder. It was just me and Yuki walking through the white snow, as always. But in the middle of our path we suddenly met. Something, it was weird. At first it looked like some kind of black slug, but it kept moving and groaning. Its groans were strange and ear-piercing, and it made suffer a terrifying fear. The creature kept expanding, like a mass of black ooze or slime. It was strange and kept moving towards us. I tried to run away, but Yuki jumped towards it to touch it, and she was suddenly taken over by it. The black ooze parasitized her as she groaned in agony. I could see her eyes being infected, her entire mouth vomiting blood. It was, as I said, terrifying. What was this? Why can I remember it so vividly? Oh God, I fear that this might be something important. Could this have been some kind of premonition? I don't know. I really don't know what it is, but it was terrifying nonetheless. I still remember how she was groaning and struggling as the black ooze parasitized her entire body, and then she turned into some sort of zombie. It began to roar as she started to salivate like a rabid dog, jumping towards me and trying to attack me. As the black ooze got stuck into my body, it kept looking for a place to parasitize me with, and when it reached my mouth, I felt the biggest of horrors. And then I woke up. What was that? I am literally traumatized. This is some Resident Evil level bullshit. Ugh, please, let it not be a premonition. I am happy with it just being a weird and horrible nightmare, nothing more. Yuki. Where is she? Yuki. I keep looking for Yuki inside the little cave we made, but she's not here. I reach the surface and then find a pile of pears. She's there eating some and waves her little hand when she sees me. She's fine. Ugh. I rest over the snow. If I could sweat, I would be sweating a crap ton now. But everything is fine, everything is all right. Nothing like this will happen. Yuki seems curious about why am I even scared. She must see me as someone very strong, I guess. For someone like me to be scared, it must really be something horrible, isn't it? Yeah, don't worry about it. It was some weird nightmare. Thanks for the nice breakfast, Caillou. I enjoyed pears all day as we kept traveling straight through the forest with Yuki. Day 26. I didn't have the same dream before, so I slept quite nicely. We make little burrows underground whenever we decide to rest, and at the same time I have been practicing magic and endurance as well, but no skills have leveled up yet. Though, ding, due to constant usage of mana to nourish your body, you gained plus 10 mana, a bit more mana to the pile. And Yuki's mana is also increasing steadily. She doesn't have the system, so her skills don't level up, but she can get better at them if she practices well enough though. I can see her status as a game-like character, but she is not really part of my system. I don't even know if I could even share this power with anyone, which is fine. I am good with it, being only my thing. Through cultivation, my stats have been increasing a bit more. Name, race, adolescent Ice Dragon, titles, merciless, monocore cultivation, rank 1, peak stage, status, hungry, vitality, 592 out of 592, mana, 753 out of 753, strength, 229 dexterity, 138 magic, 372 abilities, unknown unique skill, Immortal Body unique skill, Winter Magic unique skill, System unique skill, Ice Absorption unique skill, God Camouflage, Camouflage. Level 3, High-Speed Thought Processing, High-Speed Thought Processing. Level 4, Parallel Thought Processing, Parallel Thought Processing. Level 2, Wind Magic, Wind Magic. Level 4, Mana Control, Mana Control. Level 4, Telepathy, Telepathy. Level 2, Berserk Mode, Berserk Mode. Level 2, Fear-Inducing Aura, Fear-Inducing Aura. Level 1, Naming, Naming. Level 1, Ice Dragon Natural Skills, Unknown Ice Dragon Bloodline, Ice Dragon Breath, Ice Dragon Breath. Level 4, Ice Dragon Scales, Ice Dragon Scales. Level 4, Lesser Self-Regeneration, Lesser Self-Regeneration. Level 5, Freezing Slash, Freezing Slash. Level 4, Freezing Bite, Freezing Bite. Level 4, Ore Body, Ore Body. Level 4, Resistance, Unknown Cold Immunity, Hunger Resistance, Hunger Resistance. Level 1, fear resistance, level 2, pain resistance, level 2, Ice Dragon natural resistances, unknown, physical attack damage resistance, level 5, fire resistance, level 2, wind resistance, level 3, thunder resistance, level 2 tamed pets, snow chinchilla monkey, rank 1 upper stage, snow chinchilla monkey, rank 1 upper stage, Yuki. HM now that I realize I am named, what with that? Now that I have the naming skill, shouldn't I name myself? Can that work? What name should I give myself? Something not edgy sounding though. Nor a dumb Japanese name, no thanks. I am terrible at naming, and a dragon, how about? Ding. Drake. Yeah, this will be my name. Drake, deal with it. Anyways, now that we are done with this stupid, meaningless stuff that entertains my boring, everyday life, I decided to eat more pears with Yuki, and we continued our journey through the snowstorm. On the way, we found a large group of rabbits, and I slaughtered every single one of them. Oops, I wanted meat, the pears were nice, but I wanted something meatier now. Yuki also wanted some meat, it seems, because she was eating a whole rabbit by herself. Hey, leave some to me. Well, they were over a doze anyways, so it was more than enough. I slaughtered them with wind magic, by the way. By using slicing winds, all the rabbits were sliced apart, some thrown into the air and falling into the ground, dying in the spot, and others were flattened over the ground. I am getting quite merciless. It was nice to eat meat for once though, and Yuki enjoyed it a lot. Stop eating them all. Chapter 44, Day 28. Ugh. I had a weird nightmare again, and it gets worse and worse. Really, it makes me go insane. The mass of black ooze going everywhere, trying to devour and parasitize me, and it always ends when it gets inside my mouth. Uog. Why am I dreaming this? It feels as if I have been cursed by some elder god of Lovecraftian mythos. Truly the worst of the worst. But when I woke up, everything is mildly fine. Yesterday we ate a lot of rabbit and fruit with Yuki, and we went to take a nap in a hole I made. She's so fluffy and warm that it really feels nice to sleep with her. She's the perfect cushion. Am I using my monster pet as a cushion? Why, yes. Hey, it's not like she's weak or something. She'll soon reach peak stage with me. Maybe. I am still at almost the end of peak stage, but I need some stimulus to reach rank 2. Like eating another rat gorilla, maybe. But nothing. They seem to be very rare, so we haven't encountered anything. At most, we fought an ice wolf leader, which is the middle stage, but I need like a dozen of these guys to make any difference to my cultivation. Truly the worst of the worst. Well, no rush, right? It hasn't even been a month yet in my first life. No need to rush. I am progressively growing stronger at a good pace. No need to rush things and become OP too fast, because things get boring when the main characters become OP too fast in stories. Challenges are always good to bring some fun. To be honest, I despise slow life type of novels. I like more action or at least a mix of the two. But if it is just a guy being overpowered and doing super boring stuff, then I wouldn't really care. Authors really gotta find better ways to make slice-of-life novels entertaining than just some stupid harem collecting idiocy. And yeah, don't let me get started with a farming slice-of-life novels. Ugh, there's like 10,923,107,481 of them. Why am I even speaking all of this? I am bored. Anyways, although I criticize such novels a lot, I have realized that it is exactly what I want. A slow life without any problems to worry about. But just a few days ago I almost got killed. And the days before too, and the days before. And the days before, and okay, I understand. I have been almost killed several times already. Add this damn forest is really like a labyrinth because we keep advancing straight, and there's just never an end. I am eating a few pears as I walk through the snow once more. Well, if there are not going to be any life-threatening situations, it would be an okay slow life of just traveling through ice and eating whatever I can pick up. But yeah, I am fearing that this might not be the real genre of my life. So I will probably face a life and death situation whenever I finally lower my guard. However, before that, we found a large frozen lake. It was big and it made us stop. I had considered walking over it, but I realized that there might be gators inside, so we better surround it to keep going. And as we surround it, gators emerge, rushing towards us. They're not affected by my fear-inducing aura, or what? The gators resemble, well, alligators, but their scales are like metallic blue plates, and they even got large crystals growing over their bodies to boot, much like me, a little bit. Their jaws are enormous, and I feel like they could easily eat a whole human. Yuki, however, is fearless and confronts them rather boldly. "Oi, you're going to get killed there." She rolls over the snow and hits one head-on, and then she penetrates their armor-like scales with her poisoned claws. Slash, slash, slash. Gradually, the gator groans in pain and falls over. It is struggling a bit and then stops moving. Yikes, Yuki's poison is deadly. As she deals with another 2 gators, 3 rush towards me. So you have chosen death. Very well then, death it is. I glance at the 3 pathetic beasts before me as my eyes glow eerily. I unleash my aura of fear, but they barely flinch. Quite the bold guys. For you, I don't even need to use magic. I raise my claws and enhance them with mana. Well, that doesn't count as magic. Slash. With a single swipe, my claw rushes towards the nearest gator as I crush its head with them. Crack, crack. I hear the sound of the gator's skull breaking apart. It feels a bit weird. The gator's skull breaks apart as brain and blood come out. Its eyes fly into the air, and my claw is covered in guts. Oof, remember when I was scared of these guys? Now, look where I went, hesh. I guess I am really experiencing what's being a overpowered protagonist. Okay, let's not get cocky over it. The other 2 gates try to bite my legs, but they can't even make me flinch. Their jaws are strong, I give you that, but they can't even fathom penetrating my armor-like scales. See, this is the difference between you guys and a dragon, but they don't listen. Fools. I raise my claws and slash their heads off with utmost ease. Easy pickings. I glance at Yuki as she began to jump over the corpses of the gators she poisoned. That's my pet. However, before I could even try to taste the meat of these gators, a loud roar came from the lake. The entire lake exploded and shattered into pieces as a giant gator, of around 6 meters tall, emerged, opening its enormous jaws at us. It had 2 beautiful files of the razor-sharp tooth, and it could easily eat me whole. Phew. And it is peak stage 2, chapter 45. The requirements have been fulfilled. Defeat all the stupid ice gators. Check. Hidden boss has been summoned. This was out of nowhere. I knew there was some faint life below the lake, but I thought it was just a bunch of gators sleeping or something. But it seems that it was our hidden boss of the day. Oh man, and it looks ready to eat us. And angered. When we killed all the gators, this thing showed up. Name, nameless. Race, giant ice crystal alligator empress. Female. Monocore cultivation, rank 1. Peak stage, status, angered. Average estimated vitality, 814 out of 814. Average estimated mana, 292 out of 330. Average estimated strength, 640. Average estimated dexterity, 95. Average estimated magic, 264 abilities. Unknown bone-shattering bite, bone-shattering tail whip, super-hardened metallic scale armor, fear-inducing roar berserk mode, ice storm icicle spear kin control. It is peak stage like me, yet it has stats a bit above me. Why everything has stats way above me? No, I have higher mana and magic still, and even higher dexterity. Wait, is this the first time that a life-threatening enemy has less dexterity than me? And it's, oh, so she's Mama Gator and got angry because we casually slaughtered her children. She most likely used her kin control ability to control the gators. Perhaps she uses them to attack anything around the lake and bring her food while she naps underwater. And she's super angry at me because I killed her slave children. Well, you should have taught them to not mess with people that can literally kill them with a single slash of their claws, right, ma'am? Graya. Yes, she's not listening anyway. Boom, boom. Suddenly, Mama Gator twists her body. What is she doing? And then, her enormous tail approaches us at a fast speed. If that hits us, we are done for. It has enough strength to crush bones. We would be flattened into the ground. I would become a dragon pancake. Yuki jumps over my back as I control the winds and jump away from the attack. Clash. Its tail hits the ground not one time but multiple times. Clash, clash, clash. And it is following us at a fast pace. Oh, didn't the status said she had lower dexterity than me. Well, she's not even moving from her position, so maybe it doesn't count. We quickly make a good distance from her, running away to the point where her tail cannot reach us anymore. For a moment it stood still. I suppose she doesn't want to get out of the pool. No, but I really want to kill her. Okay, that might have sounded pretty psycho, but she's my ticket to get to rank 2, and I am not losing into this opportunity. However, before that, the gator unleashes an entire snowstorm. Flash, and after that, countless icicle spears begin to rain all over us. Good thing I have ice absorption, but not Yuki. I quickly grab her and put her below my belly, as I simply ignore the icicle spears, which break immediately after hitting me. Magic is pretty interesting. It can generate solid objects that can slice and pierce, but it is a temporary state of magic particles, and it doesn't stay like this forever. For example, ice generated by magic can't be eaten. It disappears inside your belly, and if you try to melt it, you won't get water. It will go back to magic particles. Similarly, thanks to ice absorption, my body becomes something that destabilizes any ice attribute, mana particles that it is touched with, and absorbs them. In my resume, whenever these attacks touch my scales, they break apart and are absorbed into my body. This way, I am immune to Mama Gator's long-ranged countermeasures. But I pretend that I am suffering while running around. She seems to have taken the bait and fires more and more icicle spears. Hey, fool. I groan painfully as I check her mana, almost getting to 0 already. Yes, go down to 0, and then I can take you down. Without mana, you won't be able to use Berserk mode, and you will be even more sluggish without. Boosting your speed by infusing it into your muscles. Yuki glares at me with curiosity. She thinks I am being a clown now, but when the mana reaches 0, I pretend to drop dead over the ground and quickly make all the power around me disappear. The Mama Gator glares at me and begins to slowly move out of the lake, opening her jaw. Oh yes, come eat me, I am an easy meal. Graga. She seems tired and a bit hungry. This is ideal for her after all. Kill and eat me to recover all the energy she used storming the place. She opens her gigantic maw, slowly moving towards my corpse. Yuki tries to get me up, but she can't fight against my weight. Growla. And, using my fast speed thought processing, the parallel mind thought processing, mana control, and my advanced imagination, I conjure spiraling green winds around me, which I shape into a spear in less than 3 seconds, and it is going right inside Mama Gator's maw to boot. Flash. The enormous quantity of slicing winds enters her gigantic jaws as they begin to slice her interior continuously. Gra. Grack. Mama Gator begins to choke with the wind of spears and moves away desperately. The winds, however, keep slicing her insides as they create enormous pressure. I quickly jump out of the snow as I conjure large ice blades. She can't evade due to her slowness, and she's literally choking before me. She's dead. I use large quantities of mana. With the wind spear alone, I wasted around 200 mana, and with these strong blades, another 200. I am going all out. Flash, flash, flash. Flash. A shower of ice blades begins to penetrate her entire body. She doesn't have ice immunity, so it is completely useless to resist. Her scales quickly give in, and the blades penetrate her insides. In just a few seconds, she's gone to 20% of her health. I jump high into the air as I ready by breathe, infusing mana into it. She roars and suddenly jumps towards me. What? She still got some energy, but it is too late. You already fell right into my scheme. You are done for. As she opens her jaws and tries to eat me furiously, I unleash a beam of ice from my jaws. This is my leveled up ice breath. Boom. Graga. The gate eats the entire beam as she falls to the ground with a loud boom. I glance at her vitality. 0. I won. Damn, I just had to play nasty. Phew, that was quite anticlimactic. But what matters is to survive, not to make battles with stakes or whatever. After all, this is real life, not Dragon Ball. Chapter 46. Phew, it's done. It is somehow finally done. Man, I am a bit tired there. Perhaps I did it swiftly, but consuming so much mana at the same time really puts a burden on me. My head feels like it is about to explode. Seriously, the skills for my mind worked perfectly. But after that, it feels as if my mind had become a messy hive of bees all flying everywhere. Ugh. But anyway, I feel like I should rest. But this big meal right here can't be ignored. Neither the other crocs. What do? I feel dizzy too. Ugh. Oh right, the mana core. At least let me eat that before going to rest. I quickly jump over the corpse of Mama Gator. As Yuki glares at me curiously, I use my claws and jaws to tear apart the flesh. And I eat as I delve into the large corpse. A few minutes later I find it. Whoa, that's big. It has the size of a watermelon. Was the mana core of the rat gorilla and the ice bear this big? I don't think so. I quickly begin to eat it, taking large chunks as I chew and swallow it. With every swallow, I feel more energy and power coursing through my body. When I finally finish, my entire body is emanating a strong blue-colored aura. Flash, my mana core begins to glow brighter than ever before, and I feel such an enormous rush of power that I instinctively pass out right inside of the carcass of Mama Gator. Day 29. I slowly wake up, and I find myself surrounded by frozen red meat. I really did just fall unconscious inside a corpse again. No, I guess it is a good way to do it, huh? I quickly begin to eat the meat as I crawl out to see what's up, and I find Yuki eating a wolf. There are also another 4 wolf corpses around her. I guess they did come here to eat some and she just killed them. Q. Yuki greets me with a Q and throws at me a pear. Oh, thanks, a nice breakfast, I suppose. I feel kind of bigger than before. Or is it my idea? I jump out of the carcass and land in the snow, and a small tremor happens. There's even a boom sound. Whoa, I am really quite big now. My head is several meters above the ground. I quickly decide to glance at my system so it can tell me what the heck is going on, but I believe that I have evolved. Ding, your mana core rank has increased to rank 2 initial stage. Young adult Ice Dragon. All your stats have increased. Some of your skills levels have increased. You learned the Freezing Tail Whip. Freezing Tail Whip, level 1, and Kin Control, level 1. Oh, and I even got some of Mama Gator's skills. Well, she had the Tail Whip ability, but it became a Freezing Tail Whip now. Though Kin Control is there. But what kin? I have no descendants to talk about whatsoever, so this is quite useless at the moment. And even if I had children, wouldn't it be fucked up to control them through such a skill? It could even bring disorders in their years of development, which would be horrible. Well, anyway, time to check my status for the full list of changes through. Name, Drake. Race, young adult Ice Dragon. Titles, Merciless. Mana core cultivation, rank 2. Initial stage, status, recently evolved Hungry. Vitality, 752 out of 752. Mana, 963 out of 963. Strength, 379. Dexterity, 202. Magic, 642. Abilities. Unknown unique skill, Immortal Body unique skill, Winter Magic unique skill, System unique skill, Ice Absorption unique skill, God Camouflage. Camouflage. Level 3. High-Speed Thought Processing. High-Speed Thought Processing. Level 4. Parallel Thought Processing. Parallel Thought Processing. Level 3. Wind Magic. Wind Magic. Level 4. Mana Control. Mana Control. Level 4. Telepathy. Telepathy. Level 3. Berserk Mode. Berserk Mode. Level 3. Fear-Inducing Aura. Fear-Inducing Aura. Level 2. Naming. Naming. Level 2. Kin Control. Kin Control. Level 1. Ice Dragon Natural Skills. Unknown Ice Dragon Bloodline. Ice Dragon Breath. Ice Dragon Breath. Level 5. Ice Dragon Scales. Ice Dragon Scales. Level 5. Lesser Self-Regeneration. Lesser Self-Regeneration. Level 6. Freezing Slash. Freezing Slash. Level 4. Freezing Bite. Freezing Bite. Level 4. Freezing Tail Whip. Freezing Tail Whip. Level 1. Ore Body. Ore Body. Level 5. Resistance. Unknown Cold Immunity. Hunger Resistance. Hunger Resistance. Level 2. Fear Resistance. Fear Resistance. Level 3. Pain Resistance. Pain Resistance. Level 3. Ice Dragon Natural Resistances. Unknown. Physical attack damage resistance. Physical attack damage resistance. Level 5. Fire resistance. Fire resistance. Level 2. Wind resistance. Wind resistance. Level 4. Thunder resistance. Thunder resistance. Level 2 tamed pets. Snow chinchilla monkey. Rank 1 upper stage. Snow chinchilla monkey. Rank 1 upper stage. Yuki. Wow, look at those stats. Your little dragons had really just become a full-fledged adult dragon. Well, young adult. So how many evolutions next? Well, I really get an evolution per stage. And there are 10 ranks, and 4 stages per rank. Wait, so there's a total of 40 evolutions. Well, that's crazy already. And even then, I still got a long way to go as well, which excites me a bit. Not like I have turned into a bloodthirsty battle junkie or something. But I like to get stronger. It feels, I don't know, good. I guess I have really changed. I am turning into a complete insane monster at this point. But I don't know. There's this feeling of fulfillment when I become strong. Maybe that I am approaching a level of strength that could give me the peace I want to make me feel instinctively better. Or something. Anyways, I decided to eat all the other mana core left, which Yuki left for me from the gators of yesterday. Wait, Yuki, did you just eat all the gators? Yuki glances at me with curiosity. She doesn't get what I am trying to say. Yep, she just ate them all. Well, I will not give you any meat from the big one then. Q. Of course, now you can miraculously understand me, can't you? After reprimanding Yuki for a bit, I decided to eat the other mana cores and then eat slowly yet steadily the entire mama gator corpse. I stockpiled a bunch of calories now, and I feel rather good. After that, I also ate 2 whole wolves until we finally decided to keep going. Chapter 47, Day 30. Uog, I already am getting bored of this. Just how big is this damn forest? I am going to kill myself out of boredom. How can I get to know the world I am? It has been a whole ass month, and absolutely nothing at all. I mean, I guess I should be like a certain spider and be happy I am still kicking than anything else. But where's the damn world building then? I want to know what this place is. Let me know about it already. Damn, I evolved yet I still don't have wings. I have over 900 mana, but can I use it to fly with wind magic? I don't know. So you know what? I woke up today after getting out of the damn hole and began to sue the wind. Magic, I have been practicing this whole time. I concentrated several gusts of spiraling winds around my body and generating some kind of net-like shape with them. Yeah, this shit is extremely complicated to do, but with my parallel mind thought processing and high-speed thought processing, I am somehow doing it. And why am I even making a net? Because flying in this world with my magic doesn't work like fantasy worlds. I actually need to shape the magic into something to fly. But what could I even shape it as? I can't make wigs with it, nor make myself somehow float without anything supporting my entire weight. So I figured it out this way. Yuki quickly jumps over my back as I create a net of spiraling winds, which carries me into the air. It took some time, but we are actually taking flight now, and my mana is dropping. I keep flying upwards until we finally manage to get past the immense pine trees blocking most of the sky. Then we are greeted by a beautiful cloudy sky and snowflakes falling over us. Yay, I can finally fly. My mana is being consumed like crazy. I consume around 100 per minute, but I recover around 112 per minute. As long as I don't fly around while shooting attacks, I can keep up flying indefinitely. Fuck yes. And what greets our sight is a beautiful wall made of snowy mountains surrounding us. Mountains, mountains, and more mountains. And if I fly more than 30 meters above the ground, I begin to use more mana. So this is my limit for the moment. I glance in front of me, and I discover that we were walking through a long alley that is surrounded by mountains all around, like natural walls which are filled with pine trees. So this is why it was so goddamn big. This thing extends for so many kilometers, it's insane. But there's a road, and we just need to keep advancing through it. But now that I can fly, I can more or less skip all the hardships of finding ugly monsters that want to kill me. Well, those help me grow stronger though, so we will descend to hunt for stuff from time to time. With my great eyesight as a dragon, I have something like hawk vision, and I can easily see down. Below, finding prey will be even easier. And this place is quite beautiful. Such a big world, being caged in that forest really made me go mad. But now that we are flying all the way up, it really looks nice. Although I don't think if I should go to the mountains. I believe there could be giant birds waiting to eat me, and I would take a ton of time, only to probably see even more mountains. And despite flying with the wind, my speed of flight is slower than a bird. Nonetheless, it is better than nothing. We are just starting. I just need to keep getting better at this while accumulating more mana. And now that I will constantly use it in wind magic, it should increase my proficiency in wind magic a lot, while also letting me exercise my mana so it can grow faster. I am getting closer to 1,000 mana after all. And as we fly, Yuki is terrified. Kai-yu-uu. Calm down, we are just a few meters above the ground. I am pretty sure that even if we fell from here, we would be fine. So stop being a crybaby. However, I suddenly noticed something within the horizon, right behind all the mountains very far away. What? What the heck is that? And then I noticed that it was not just some weird cloud or shadow or something. That's a tree, a whole-ass tree, so big it surpasses the size of mountains. It is immensely thick too, probably thicker than a dozen of mountains, and it extends widely everywhere. It has enormous branches that reach above the clouds, and there are many branches filled with greenery. It is so big I almost feel like I get goosebumps. Whoa, this is not something you will ever see on Earth. What is this? Why is there such an enormous tree? From where it comes from, the ground, duh. Well, yeah, but wait a minute. Could this tree be Yggdrasil? It reminds me of it. Nah, that's the mythology of Earth. This world should be completely different than anything on Earth. It is probably named differently, I bet. But the thing is, that tree is enormous and beautiful. I can only faintly see it, as it is incredibly far away. But it is so big you can even see it from such a distance. Insane. This is really another world. Duh. I guess I got a new goal, to go see the giant tree. Yeah, it is childish, stupid, and nonsensical, but maybe it could be a nice place to settle down and learn more about the world. If there is any intelligent race, they should most likely sit around the biggest tree in the world, right? Maybe I could even find dragons too, who knows? Now I am quite excited, but I am getting super hungry, so we decide to descend after I spotted prey. But this prey is it is a wolf leader, but there's something seriously wrong with it. It is covered in black ooze. Wait, like my nightmare, chapter 48. A weird wolf has been spotted. What will you do? Attack, defend, skill, item, flee. Seriously, this is the weirdest encounter that I have gotten, and it is quite literary right from my nightmares. What the heck is this? It is a normal ice wolf, but the thing is covered in the slimy black ooze of my nightmares. Seriously, is this not a nightmare either? This thing looks hideous. It is as if the symbiotes of venom took over a poor ice wolf. It still hasn't detected us, and it was mostly walking around aimlessly while sniffing around. It had several yellow-colored eyes popping around its body. Everywhere it had this black goo, and its tail had a seriously dangerous stinger made of the hardened black slime. It looked out for blood, and the jaws of the wolf were constantly dripping saliva and blood. It looked like a zombie. Freaky. I quickly flew above it and observed it from a safe distance. Yuki was quite terrified of it. She suddenly felt its strange, otherworldly presence and started to shiver. But I decided to analyze it. Name, nameless. Race, ice wolf male. Monocore cultivation, rank 1. Initial stage. Status, parasitized, unending hunger, insane. Average estimated vitality, 223 out of 266. Average estimated mana, 12 out of 30. Average estimated strength, 130. Average estimated dexterity, 160. Average estimated magic, 20 abilities. Unknown, molded, undeath, undying, stamina, degradation, crazed, agility, crazed, consumption, infection. Oh, parasitized, yes, I can see that. Unending hunger, I bet that must suck. And insane. Are you insane? Can wolves go insane? I thought you needed sanity to go insane. I mean, animals do have some level of sanity, I suppose. So yeah, I guess it is insane somehow. Add those stats. They don't look at all like the stats of an initial stage. What kind of overpowered cheat is this? So we are just going to ignore mana core ranks and give shit monsters some new boost in power, I guess. But I suppose that it only boosts physical attacks. Its mana and magic are still low, and its HP is slowly decreasing. Is this the degradation ability taking effect? It seems that the parasite is draining its vitality slowly. It also has other weird abilities. My curiosity is enormous, so I inspect them while I float in midair. Molded. The creature possessing this ability has been infected by the parasitic black mold and has become molded. Strength, agility, and insane reflexes. Undeath. A creature who is not alive, nor completely dead. An undeath is someone that should be clearly dead but roams the plane of the living by some kind of supernatural means. As an undeath, the creature possesses immunity to fear, poison, and pain, alongside having unlimited stamina. However, it also has unending hunger and weakness to holy light and fire magic. Undying stamina. As an undeath, the creature possesses endless stamina and can also move even with 0 mana. Degradation. As an infected, your vitality is slowly drained, but in exchange, your power keeps growing the more it is drained. Crazed agility. As you are insane, your agility and reflexes are of another level. Crazed consumption. By consuming prey, you can recover vitality and gain more strength. Infection. You can infect a weakened foe with mold. If it loses the battle of wills, it will become a molded afterward. Oh damn, he got the whole zombie build, doesn't he? And he can even infect with this mold stuff. So it is a mold, I see. Well then, the nightmare. What was it at the end? Was that a premonition of the future? I guess I was right back then. Oh damn, what are we going to do? I kind of want to kill it. Let's see. I hover over it slowly, but it quickly notices me. Damn it. Even with camouflage, it noticed me. The wolf roars and begins to jump, roaring monstrously, but it can't catch me. Grow at rar. He keeps jumping pointlessly, even if he's breaking his bones every time he hits the ground from such a height. Yeah, it lacks a complete sense of self-preservation. This thing is really insane. Let's see from this distance. Icicle spear. I can more or less conjure this stuff incredibly easily at this point. So I create a large icicle spear and shot it at the wolf. Clash, grog. The wolf falls over the ground, begins to struggle, and then it gets up. That should ha definitely killed you, bud. The icicle spear literally went through your torso, all the way to your stomach. But nope, he's moving somehow. I see its HP, and it is around 60 though. Even if you're a zombie, you can still die, I guess. I shot another smaller icicle spear into its head, which explodes into a bloody mush. Splat. The beast falls over the ground motionless, and it doesn't wake up anymore. It is dead. Rest in peace, buddy. I glance at the black mold there, but it is immobile. I suppose it can't move by itself. So it spread through spores or by direct infection from the one that contains its original strain. Should I eat it? Everything screams that I should not. But what if I get crazy undeath skills without the side effects? Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah, but not worth risking getting infected and becoming a zombie. So I quickly fly away. I decide to get over the snow for a bit until my mana refills. And we walk around cautiously. If this thing can infect others, then there are probably more infected monsters around. It has been a while since I actually felt fear. I don't know what is going on anymore. Did this magic world undergo a Resident Evil-like apocalypse by any chance? I sure hope not. Maybe I am just being stupid, and that mold is just a native species of the monster of this world. Perhaps. I hope. I really hope so. Chapter 49, Day 31. Ugh, I had the mold nightmare again. Due to my fear of being attacked by zombies in the middle of the night, we ended sleeping in the sky. It wasn't so bad. I can maintain myself afloat indefinitely anyways. Before that, we found 3 molded ice rabbits. They were strong, stronger than you would imagine, but they all fell to my magic anyways, so there was no real challenge. Despite that, there was a feeling of dread to all of this, a feeling of mystery that I could not get out of my system, and I carried it all the way to bed because I had a nightmare over it. But aside from that, I have been surviving with pairs. Any monster we find around here is infected by the mold, which is definitely creepy. I guess we won't be eating any fresh meat anytime soon, unless I decide to eat a smelly molded corpse. But no thanks, I would prefer not to do it. Yuki is always scared of them, but she has learned a mini version of Icicle Spear, and she killed one of the molded rabbits with it, so she's getting past her fear to an extent. A little, very little extent, however. But we are getting somewhere, I guess. After eating as many pears as we found around the pine trees, we began to find more molded zombies. This time they were two ice wolf leaders. They were monitoring the place aimlessly. And then we found there were also 4 other molded ice-horned rabbits. They seemed to cooperate despite being of different races. Probably this mold thing has some kind of hive mind connection of sorts. I should just ignore them. I don't have a level-up system, so unless I eat their mana cores I won't get any stat, and I don't want to touch the corpses to take out the mana cores. But I feel like there might be something even bigger later on. Although I can fly, it is slow, and I can't get too high or my mana will begin to drop a lot. I am forced to fly to a small distance above the ground. What if I find bird zombies or something? I am done for, but it really is not that bad to kill them, so I do. I feel like I am doing a good thing by doing so. This way, they can rest in peace. Yuki helps me as we shower the monsters with icicle spears and gusts of wind. They drop dead, after a bit of struggling and trying to bite me. But now that I got the high ground in the skies, I am unparalleled. Actually, no. I can't shoot magic and fly at the same time for too long. My mana is almost gone, so I am forced to touch the ground. My mana, however, recovers quickly, so I don't have to stay in here for too long. I have grown fond of the skies a bit. I decide to grab a branch and inspect the corpses, touching them. The mold pulsates a bit. It's still somewhat alive, but the beast is dead, and they can't raise it again. I do the ultimate test and touch the mold. It doesn't do anything, but the system alerts me of something. Ding. Oh. Right, I was immune to parasites. This happened when I evolved before. My immortal body had gotten some extra effects, which included parasite immunity. It hasn't upgraded since then though, but maybe one day. I thought it was going to come in handy to not get fleas or something, but I guess it even works with this thing. Does that mean that I can actually eat it? Uog, I don't know if I would want that either way. I like fresh meat, not rotten meat. However, I decided to harvest the mana cores and eat them up. I then gain a few little stats, too little to make much of a difference, but they are stats nonetheless. Yuki glares at me as I glance at a molded rabbit. She begins to wave her hand as I slowly approach my jaws towards it. She keeps waving her little head, but I keep approaching it. Suddenly she slaps my back. Q, hey, let me take a bite. I am immune to this shit anyway. What if I can become a parasite dragon by getting these abilities as skills and become unbelievably OP? Wouldn't that be nice? Q, Kaio, you're pretty annoying, and you are not going to order me around. I eat whatever I want. I open my jaws and eat the entire horned rabbit. I bite it with my teeth. The mold is actually sweet. Wait, what? But it has a cheesy smell, a bit rancid, but I swallow it and it's gone. Ding. The parasite has tried to take over host's body. The parasite has been successfully neutralized. Ugh, that first message scared me, but I guess I am completely immune to it. I guess I am literally the antidote to it. Come on, extract my blood and quickly make a vaccine out of it. No, better not. I suddenly sense as if I gained a few stats. Oh, so the parasites do give stats. It was probably 1 out of 4 of a mana core stats, but it was something. And so, as Yuki cries in horror, I begin eating all the molded corpses one by one. Damn, I am such a gluttonous bastard. Phew, but it is done, and I am all stuffed. The parasite has tried to take over host's body. The parasite has been successfully neutralized. The parasite has tried to take over host's body. The parasite has been successfully neutralized. The parasite has tried to take over host's body. The parasite has been successfully neutralized. The parasite has tried to take over host's body. The parasite has been successfully neutralized. Muta. I guess I was made to destroy this parasite, but I am yet to get any skill. But imagine if I could get the unlimited stamina and then couple it with Immortal Body. I would, seriously, have all the benefits of Immortal Body without it consuming energy. Or what about infecting people and brainwashing them or something? That would be rad too, but I didn't get anything. My dreams have been shattered, but at the very least, my fear over the mold is banishing, as long as Yuki keeps her distance from it. Chapter 50, Day 32. Today in the morning, I decided to do some experiments, and who to use other than my guinea pig Yuki. Come here Yuki. Kaio. Yuki begins to shiver as it thinks I am going to eat her or something. Aw, come on. Why would I eat my greatest source of sweet fruits? It is another experiment, probably something that will actually help her. So I got this one corpse I didn't eat. Yesterday, we traveled a bit and found another group of zombies, which I killed using magic. I ate the majority and kept a corpse of a parasitized ice-horned rabbit. I decided to do some experiment by pouring blood into it, and that's what I did just right now. And it somehow gave me an interesting response. The black and oozy mold withers and gibbers. The moment it touched my blood, it is like some acid to it, and Eve groaned in pain. A piece of it tried to escape, but I trapped it in some ice, and the other oozy mold died down. Well, it died, but it simply stopped moving. Maybe it was neutralized and that was it. It didn't die, it just became, I don't know, perhaps in a coma. The thing is, not only I am immune, but my blood too. If I spray it over the zombies, it might even be a nice weapon. But I am not going to go around spraying blood at these zombies. I am not a vampire with a system that asks me to drink 3 liters of water a day. But I want Yuki to drink it so maybe she can become immune to it, or something, just in case she touches this thing. And so I created a cup of ice, poured some fresh and warm blood, and then offered it to her. She glared at the blood with a strange look. Go on, I said through telepathy, but I don't think she understands my words. However, she surprisingly took the cup and slowly drank my blood. Oh, what a good girl. Maybe she can understand me due to being my Pokemon, I guess. Anyways, she drank it. She burps a bit cute. I pat her gently and then inspect her. Name, Yuki. Race, poisonous snow chinchilla monkey. Female. Monocore cultivation, rank 1, upper stage. Status, happy. Average estimated vitality, 367 out of 367. Up. Average estimated mana, 230 out of 230. Up. Average estimated strength, 166. Up. Average estimated dexterity, 360. Up. Average estimated magic, 180. Up. Abilities: unknown acrobatics, precise throwing, ice wind, icicle, spear, snowball roll, impact dampening, fur armor, poisonous claws, hastened self-recovery, parasite immunity. Status: effect resistance, ice dragon skin. Oh, Yuki's stats went up, and also she gained 4 new abilities by drinking my blood. Did she get fast self-recovery, parasite immunity, status effect resistance, and ice dragon skin? So her skin is harder like my scales. It looks the same as always though, but okay, I guess it works. It really does works. My blood is the cure for this parasite. Anyone that drinks it can become immune to it. Interesting. And even more, they get extra power and abilities. Interesting. Wait, no, this is bad on some levels. What if some greedy guy discovers this and begins to hunt me down for my precious panacea blood? Is this what being an immortal is all about? Everyone wants to experiment with you. Ugh, well, I have to keep growing stronger, and that's that. Now, let's continue roaming around. I will try to kill and eat any zombie I find. The less there are, the less endangered other animals are, I hope. Doing this out of goodwill due to my concern for the natural ecology of the area. Nah, I just want to see if I can get one of the overpowered zombie skills. Day 33. It has been an arduous journey, but sadly, I have not gotten any overpowered zombie skill. Life is hard, I know. It is often filled with many challenges, and I guess this is one of them now. After napping in the skies, we reached an area of the pine forest that was coated in the black ooze everywhere. The pine trees were coated too, and there were pairs with eyes. It was like a Lovecraftian tale. And the trees were moving too. They had long tentacles and tried to catch us in midair. I flew around and used my breath to freeze them one by one. And then I shaped my wind as sharp wind spears, shattering the trees one by one. And well, I also used my claws. After that, I ate parasitized tree. Yes, I did, and it wasn't so bad. I believe I ate around 10 trees, and my stomach was completely fine with that. I guess being an immortal also comes with a belly without limits. Of course, it is not like I never feel satisfied, because after eating enough, I am. There is just the ability to keep eating anyway. That's my superpower. Is that a superpower? Well, whatever it is what it is. After reaching deeper into the forest, we began to hear many groans and roars and found a large ice bear parasitized, alongside 2 rat gorillas and a large group of wolves and rabbits all fighting against each other. We glanced at the spectacle from above, but at some point they noticed me and tried to jump over us. After getting the super undead boost, the damn rat gorillas were super fast and could jump incredibly high, so we had to fight them. And by spraying some blood, they weakened a lot and we defeated them without breaking many sweats. Oh yeah, I guess these guys once gave me some trouble, but now, I don't care, trash. Die. Or well, that's what some cliché main character would say. But I am a humble and good person, and I pray for their souls as I eat their corpses and mana cores. After traveling for a while, we reach an empty area like a wasteland. There is only snow and destroyed trees, and a cave. And from the cave, there's a lot of pulsating mold. And inside, well, there's an enormous presence, and it noticed us. Gruoar, a 6-meter-tall bear-shaped mold monster, suddenly appeared from the cave. Its gigantic body seemed to be made of many corpses stuck together, and they all groaned together. What was this thing? Is this the original one, or a legion? A mini-boss, or a hidden boss? Its giant claws hit the ground and make the earth shake. I could escape from this, but I want to defeat it, because this thing is not what it seems to be. Name, Benladan, Miranda. Race, Ice Giant, Jotun, female. Mana core cultivation, rank 1. Initial stage, status, parasitized, insane, hungry. Average estimated vitality, 1,310 out of 1,310. Average estimated mana, 11 out of 200. Average estimated strength, 1,266. Average estimated dexterity, 320. Average estimated magic, 150. Abilities, unknown unique skill, mold unique skill, charm. Ice Giant's bloodline. Ice Giant's bloodline. Ymir's descendant, cold immunity, ice resistance, undying stamina degradation, crazed agility, crazed consumption, infection, legion, bone-breaking claws, deadly mold whip. This is a reincarnated person like me.